All right, we'll intro and outro this. Sound okay?
Yes, sir.
Sound okay?
Yeah, great.
Okay, good.
Clarence.
And Kelly Pfeiffer. And back with us inside the T-Mobile Arena in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada, side of the college basketball crown semifinals. Baylor and Oklahoma, the first game today, West Virginia and Creighton. The second semifinal, the winners meet tomorrow for the championship of the crown. Pat visited with Cameron Carr, the sophomore, transfer from Tennessee, has led Baylor in scoring all season long, continues to do so, 19 points a game. He had 15 points and 9 rebounds the other day in the win over Minnesota. And we started by asking Cam, was he surprised at all about how well the team played in their first game back in a couple of weeks? Okay. It's Cameron Carr. He's down to business. We're in Las Vegas, but man, it is singular focus for these guys to play well and to win another game and advance to the championship.
You know, one thing I love about Cameron Carr, obviously a great player, and his numbers really show that. But Coach Drew's talked about the need to have player-led teams. And when you and I have talked to Cameron Carr, particularly, John, there was a game where Bears just could not get a win. Yeah. And backs against the wall, have every opportunity to sort of retreat and go into their own little silos. That never happened, and I think it didn't happen because Cameron Carr would not let that happen. So not only is he a great player, he is a servant leader, and I think he understands that role, and he embraces it. And I thought several times during the season he kept the wheels on the bus. Yeah. I really felt like that.
I think you're exactly right. When there were times when they could have come off,
yep.
And who knows what would have happened from there. But remains to be seen if Cameron Carr is back in a Baylor uniform next year. He may have a decision to make. I mean, I think he'll get some pretty good reviews from the NBA scouts, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and selfishly, obviously, we'd love to have him back. But what I love also, John, is our coaching staff when they sit down with Cameron and others that have the opportunity to make that move, Tunde Yesufu possibly one of those, they're going to do what's best for the kid. And we've seen that time and time and time again. If you're a first-round pick, I don't know how they analyze that, but if you're a first-round pick and your chances are good, you go, even if that works to the detriment of the success of this team next year.
Yeah. Well, for those of you that are tuned in on our Courtside cam, you know about it. It is presented by NextLink. It is available on the Baylor Athletics YouTube channel. Just search Baylor Athletics Courtside cam, and you can tap right into our stream here live from inside the T-Mobile Arena. It's brought to you by NextLink, reliable high-speed internet for your home or business. If you look at our web stream right now, there's Pat right there. And then over your shoulder over there's big Brad Livingstone, the first gent for Baylor. There is Doug McNamee back there, Baylor's athletic director, and President Linda Livingstone is here as well. I don't think Brad would be here on Easter weekend without President Livingstone, but it's been fun to spend time with all of them during our stay here in Las Vegas.
You know, John, if you turn that camera a little bit this way, you'd see a sports bar right behind us. It's one of the most popular spots in this arena.
Yeah. So we are in Las Vegas for sure, but great to have the president and the first gent and Baylor AD Doug McNamee part of the crowd here in Las Vegas. We'll take a break. When we come back, our pregame visit with Bears head coach Scott Drew. It is Baylor and Oklahoma coming up. Semifinals of the college basketball crown from Las Vegas. We'll continue on our Conecuh Sausage countdown to tip-off. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true hickory smoked southern flavor. Conecuh Sausage is always great on the grill and perfect for tailgating. Pick up a pack and enjoy your family's favorite recipes at any meal of the day. Conecuh Sausage, a game day tradition and the official smoked sausage of the Baylor Bears. Our pregame visit with Scott Drew. When we come back, you're listening to Baylor Bear Basketball and the Crown in Las Vegas on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Sounds good? I'll be back.
Enough time for me.
We'll both be back.
high school with Dan Skillings, and Nigel Pack was at Kansas State. So a lot of familiarity with a lot of people nowadays. Is people seem to come and go a lot. And
you got Keys next?
We can
I got you, Keys.
Yes. And they've got some athletes, don't they, Oklahoma?
Yeah, Oklahoma is a really athletic team, a team that, again, one of the better backcourts in the SEC, and that front line is as athletic as anybody in the country. And like so many teams, injury bug, took a little time to get the chemistry right, but at the end of the year, they were as good as anybody in the SEC and the country.
Good. Finally, this is Final Four weekend, and you're playing on Final Four weekend. It's here in Las Vegas, but this is a really good, big stage for the program, isn't it?
Yeah, people want to watch basketball this time of year, and you got the NIT, you got the Crown, and you got the Final Four. So a lot of scouts, a lot of eyeballs watching, and great opportunity for us to showcase Baylor University and what great individuals and what a great team we have.
Good. Coach, thanks very much. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you, Baylor fans.
Baylor coach Scott Drew. It's Baylor in Oklahoma coming up. Semifinal game in the college basketball crown here in Las Vegas. More of our pregame show after this. You're listening to Baylor Bear Basketball in the Crown on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Jim Turner at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. As we celebrate our 10th year anniversary, I want to say thank you to all of our customers. Our dealership is more than a business to me. That's why when you come see us for a reliable new Chevy or award-winning service, we treat you like family.
Come see our new collision center, now open
To serve you even better for many years to come.
Enjoy the game, then come see us at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. Together, let's drive.
Baylor fans, ready to keep it cool this season? Ice and Easy delivers premium ice lightning fast. From tailgates to restaurants, construction sites, concerts, and races, Ice and Easy has you covered. Game day or work day, keep your drinks cold and your spirits bold. Ice and Easy, we deliver, you chill. Proud supporter of the Baylor Bears.
Hellberg Barbecue is a family-owned business started here in Waco, Texas, and proud to serve the local area. They love to cater all kinds of events, big and small.
Love
Serving Baylor and
Hellbergs.
its families is one of their favorite things, and they even ship barbecue nationwide. Check them out while here
I'll
in
tell you what
Waco
happened.
or online and support one
Tell
of
you what
Waco's
happened last
local
week. We went out to
barbecue
Hellberg's. I went out to get food and bring it
Hellberg
home.
Barbecue.
And
Salt,
Philip and Yvette
pepper,
were there.
and a
I was
whole
talking
lot
to
of
them. They were talking about how tired they were. Finally, Philip says,
Hey Baylor fans,
Yeah, we
Baylor
went
softball season is
cycling
currently
with
underway.
President Bush
Come be
this
a
morning.
part of the action at
said,
Getterman
"What?
Stadium all season
You
long
buried
with
the
single
lead,
game
man."
tickets. With general
You gotta
admission
start
tickets
with
starting
that.
at just $8. There's no better
So
way
they'd
to
been
enjoy
invited out
elite
there, and they were
college
cycling
softball.
with
And if
him.
you're coming
Yeah.
with
Just
friends or
worn
family,
out.
group
They were
tickets
waiting.
are
Buy a bunch of
available for
barbecue from them or
$5
something?
Yeah.
each.
Apparently,
Get your
yeah.
Baylor softball
He was waiting
single
there
game
for some
tickets
Secret
now
Service guys
at
to come by and pick up their orders.
BaylorBears.com/tickets.
Isn't that great?
They're great.
Yeah.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball. Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And welcome back inside T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. This is the home, the permanent home of the Las Vegas Knights, an NHL franchise. They will host the NCAA Frozen Four next weekend here in this building. But this weekend, it is the home of the college basketball crown. Two semifinals today, Baylor and Oklahoma, followed by West Virginia and Creighton, then the championship game tomorrow. All right, Pat, Baylor and OU got some history here between the Bears and the Sooners. What about this game today? How are the Bears going to get a win and advance to the championship?
Well, one of the guys they know well is Nigel Pack, who, and not necessarily this team, but Baylor knows him well. He played at Kansas State for a couple of years. This is his 6th year of college basketball, and I think one key today, John, is just to control him. You can never relax on him, and what you've got to do, if you can, is force him to be a passer. He wants to shoot it. He doesn't like passing, and if you can force him to do something that he doesn't want to do, he is not at full strength, and that's what they've got to try to do anyway. Goal for him today is no threes. This guy leads the SEC in three-point field goal percentage, 45%. That is 5th in the nation. Leading scorer, 2nd leading assist guy on the team. Last 5 games, 21 points a game. He has the ultimate green light. If you can control him, you can control Oklahoma. I think also Baylor needs to get paint touches. This offense works better when the ball is touching the paint. You talked about Oklahoma losing 9 straight. Now they've won 9 of their last 12. Porter Moser, their coach, says they turned it around when on the defensive side of the floor they took away the paint for the teams they were guarding. And so I think that on Baylor's offensive side is a key. Bears shoot well. They shot well against Minnesota. When the ball is, those shots are coming from the inside out, not the outside in. And so paint touches really are the key to that. Got to get those today. And then finally, playing this level of basketball, this is a Big 12 kind of team, Oklahoma. Got to win the battle of the backboards, particularly for Baylor today on the defensive side of the floor. You got Wagee at 6'10". He gets 3.5 offensive rebounds a game. Reed, 6'8", 230, gets 2+ offensive rebounds a game. For the Bears to get in a game like this where it could very well end up being a 1 or 2 possession game, you got to get stops, and the way you get stops is you get defensive rebounds. Those always matter. I think they're really going to matter today.
All right, it's a great matchup. Baylor and Oklahoma coming up, an old Big 12 reunion between the Bears and the Sooners. That'll wrap up our Conecuh Sausage Countdown to Tip-Off, brought to you by Conecuh Sausage, made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true hickory smoked southern flavor. Conecuh Sausage is always great on the grill and perfect for tailgating. Pick up a pack and enjoy your family's favorite recipes at any meal of the day. Conecuh Sausage, a game day tradition and the official smoked sausage of the Baylor Bears. Our starting lineups in the opening tip when we come back to Las Vegas. Baylor basketball in the college basketball crown, a semifinal matchup with Oklahoma coming up on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
You come down on your overall level some. For some reason, it's a little hot now.
That sounded hot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The fans are making TFB
running hot.
I don't know, and I don't know why it changed. You know what I mean?
I may have hit the button. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, that's it.
All right, I've turned it down a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, and help me remember with a start that's not on the top of the hour. Sometimes I blow through.
Oh yeah,
IDs.
the legals.
Have you been?
I will.
Help me remember that.
Sure thing.
Will still receive the same award-winning service and excellent care from Dr. Green and her dedicated optometrists and staff. But now conveniently located in Woodway, right off of Highway 84. Come see the expanded optical showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like IPL treatments for dry eye symptoms and the brand new sports vision technology. Green Eye Associates, the official optometrists of Baylor Athletics.
Favorite jeans, favorite shirt. Got Conecuh sausage and I'm firing it up, yeah. Everybody knows it's how I get my grill on. You can smell that flavor up and down the road. It's a little taste of heaven, and everybody knows it's how I get my grill on. Conecuh sausage, it's just a little taste of heaven.
Join us April 23rd at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame in Waco for our next Lunch with the Legend, presented by Baylor Alumni Sports Outreach. Our special guest will be Hall of Fame former men's golf coach Mike McGraw as he steps into retirement. It's Thursday, April 23rd, beginning at 11:30 a.m., and tickets are available now by calling 254-710-8300. Join us as we hear from Coach Mike McGraw, presented by Baylor Alumni Sports Outreach.
This is Baylor men's basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
He's going to squeeze the air out of that basketball and celebrate a big-time Baylor win in the Farrell Center. Second-ranked Baylor all over number 6 Villanova today here in Waco. And Meyer will hold the ball, toss it high in the air. Baylor can celebrate a second straight Big 12 Conference Championship.
And this ball game belongs to the Baylor Bears.
This broadcast is brought to you by TFNB, your bank for life. The official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. Nissan, innovation that excites. Libman, America's trusted brand name in cleaning. Get ready. Tip-off is just moments away. Now, alongside Hall of Famer Pat Nunley, here is the voice of the Bears, John Morris.
From inside the T-Mobile Arena in downtown Las Vegas, welcome in to the Bears and the Oklahoma Sooners, the first of two semifinals in the college basketball crown on this Easter weekend. Alongside Pat Nunley, I'm John Morris. Aaron Sexton, our network board operator. We've just had a stirring rendition of the national anthem by rising starlet Solo Lucci, and well received by the crowd here in Las Vegas. And now it's time for our starting lineups, brought to you by Baylor Scott & White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, bringing the home team advantage to Central Texans. First for the Oklahoma Sooners. They are 20-15 on the year. They finished 7-11, 11th place in the SEC this year. Again, the first team out of the NCAA tournament field this season. Starting point guard is Xavier Brown, 6'2 junior from Philadelphia, transfer from St. Joseph's, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3.2 assists per game, his averages. Two guard is Nigel Pack, the well-traveled and veteran Nigel Pack, 5'10 senior from Indianapolis, played 2 years at Kansas State, played 4 years, or I guess 3 years at Miami. Now his first season and final season in college at Oklahoma. Nigel Pack, 16.6 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists per game. Swingman is Darian Reed, 6'8 sophomore, transfer from Alabama, 11.5 points, 4.5 rebounds per game. Tay Davis at a forward, 6'9 senior from Indianapolis, a transfer from Notre Dame, 12.5 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. And the postman is Mohamed Wagi, 6'10", 225-pound senior from Bronx, New York. Played at West Virginia for a year, then Alabama, now here at Oklahoma. 7 points, a team-high 6.8 rebounds per game for Mohamed Wagi. Head coach is Porter Mosier, his 22nd season at the Division I level, his 5th as the head coach in Norman of the Oklahoma Sooners. Scott Drew's starting lineup, the familiar lineup we have seen the majority of this season. Incidentally, the starting lineup for Oklahoma, same every game this year. One of 3 schools in the nation that can say that. For the Bears, the same for the most part. Obi Agbum, Isaac Williams in the backcourt, Tunde Yesufu, Cameron Carr, and Caden Powell, the front line for the Bears. Baylor is 17-16. They finished 6-12, 13th place in the Big 12 Conference, but now advanced to the semifinals of this college basketball crown. Scott Drew in his 23rd season at Baylor is 24th as a Division I head coach, 5th longest tenured coach in all of college basketball, and he has won 501 games in his coaching career, looking for 502 today. Our starting lineups brought to you by Baylor Scott & White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. From injury prevention to enhanced recovery, team up with us to get back in the game.
Well, John, we talked a lot about Nigel Pack, but we didn't really give a lot of attention to Xavier Brown, who, with Pack in the backcourt, is, as Coach Drew said in his pregame interview, one of the elite backcourts in this country. Those two guys score 32 of Oklahoma's roughly 80 points a game. So they're loaded along the baseline. They've got length. In fact, in their rotation, they've got 6'10", they got 6'9", 6'11", 6'10". But make no mistake, the engine of this team is their backcourt, and that's Brown and Pack.
And a pretty veteran team for Oklahoma. They brought their top 4 scorers are all transfers who came in just this year, first-year transfers at Oklahoma. So they have meshed really well, and they won 20 games, trying to get 21 today.
That's right. And you made an interesting point, John. This is the same starting lineup for every game they play. Now, you think about that. They went through a 9-game losing streak and didn't change anything as far as personnel goes. So it really speaks to, particularly, again, in that backcourt, Porter Moser knew exactly what he had there. He was going to stay with that. They've tweaked some few things, but it hasn't been personnel.
They're the only Power 5 school that did that this year, start the same 5 every game. One of 3 cool schools in the country that's done that. The other 2 are Stephen F. Austin and Merrimack that started the same 5 every year. Every game this year.
Yeah.
You think about that, that's pretty amazing.
It is amazing, and it's not like they've got a thin roster. I mean, they play a number of guys. Now, the right guys are going to get all the minutes, but they've got a bench that they can go to in terms of depth, much more so than Baylor's going to bring to the floor today. But, just an oddity, but they stayed the course, and I think Coach Moser gets credit for that because at the end of the season, Coach Drew pointed this out as well, this team was as hot as any other team in the country and came this close to getting to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, a 2-point loss to Arkansas in the SEC tournament probably kept them out of the NCAAs. They win that game, they're probably not here in Las Vegas. They would have started somewhere in the NCAA tournament. All right, nice group of Baylor fans that are here scattered around this huge arena. It is the T-Mobile Arena in downtown Las Vegas. Our officials today are Brett Smith, Clarence Armstrong, and Kelly Pfeiffer. And Brett Smith getting set to toss the ball in the air. Baylor, the designated home team, so they'll wear white with green and gold numerals, lettering, and trimming. Oklahoma will wear the crimson with the white numerals, lettering, and trimming. And we are about ready to go. Bears will shoot to the basket to our left here in the first half. Ball is in the air, a couple of extra tips, and Oklahoma controls it. We are underway here inside the T-Mobile Arena. Sooners shoot to the basket to our right. Dribbling on the perimeter is Xavier Brown. Give to Tay Davis. Short jumper in the paint. Short, no good. Loose ball tipped out by Tunde Yesufu to Isaac Williams. Off to the races. Gives it back to Yesufu. He put it up. No good, but he was fouled.
That's a nice play. Baylor starts the game with a nice defensive stand. In fact, they forced Davis to take a shot that he probably didn't want to. It was an uncomfortable shot. And then a quick outlet pass, and the Bears had 2-on-1. Isaac Williams did a nice job finishing that play and getting Yesufu to the line.
So 2 free throws coming for Baylor's Tunde Yesufu, 74% on the season. He's already set a Baylor freshman scoring record, 590 points on the year. Think about that, 590 as a freshman. There's 591. So closing in on 600 in his freshman season.
Yeah, and he's finishing strong. He was great the other night against Minnesota. Was battling a sickness coming into that game, but I had a couple extra days of rest, and hopefully he's 100% today.
Second one rims out, no good. So it's a 1-0 lead for the Bears over the Sooners. Oklahoma with the ball. Yesufu had 19.7 rebounds in that win over Minnesota, 67-48 on Wednesday night. Xavier Brown holds the ball on his hip, left side. Now a couple of dribbles toward the big Crown logo at center court. Give to Pack. Pack up with a mid-range jumper. It is no good. Loose ball tipped out to Pack. Pack gives it back to Brown. So an offensive rebound and a reset for the Sooners. Here's a drive, layup, no good by Brown. Another offensive rebound by Wagee. Out to Brown for 3. Boy, a couple of big offensive rebounds. It ends with a 3-pointer.
Yeah, we said before the game, that is a key. Bears are going to have to get defensive rebounds. You've got a couple of guys in the starting lineup for Oklahoma that average a combined 6 offensive rebounds a game.
3-1 lead for Oklahoma over the Bears. Isaac Williams had foul trouble, limited his minutes the other night against Minnesota. Gives the ball to Obi Agbum between the rings. Now to Yesufu on the left side. Nearly lost the ball, gets it back. Now he does lose it. Stolen by Pack. Breakaway to Brown. He'll lay it in after the turnover, and a 5-1 lead for Oklahoma.
Yesufu probably over-dribbled that possession. You know, you get to a point where you've kind of lost control of the ball. When you get it back, just get level set, get everybody in the right spots, and start your offense a little bit late, but you got to get into it.
Here's Yesufu. His best option is to shoot a 3. Way outside on the left side. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Wagee for Oklahoma. Pull up 3 and transition by Pack is no good. Rebound Cameron Carr. Carr brings it up for the Bears, trailing 5-1, 2 minutes in. There's a 3 in transition that is no good by Carr. And Wagee, another rebound.
Yeah, and John, this cannot turn into a 3-point shooting contest.
Ooh, nice pass to Wagee. Can't handle it, but he saves the ball inbounds to Tay Davis. Davis dribbles into the paint, slips on the wood floor, now gives it to Pack. Extra pass, stolen away. Here's Agbum and Williams, 2-on-1 break. Isaac Williams laying no good, but Obi Agbum got the loose ball. Little bit out of control just because they were moving so fast there, but at least the Bears got the offensive rebound, keep it their half of the floor. Trailing 5-1 are the Bears. Here's Williams, drives, and he's fouled on his layup attempt.
And I'm sure that the team, when they came back in front of the Baylor bench, as the game changed ends of the floor, got an earful from Coach Drew. I mean, 2 really quick threes in Baylor's first 3 possessions. The other possession, they were able to get the ball in a fast break opportunity. That's the first time in the half-court offense that the basketball has touched the paint and usually it's Isaac Williams who's responsible for that. That's how he worked his way to the line here.
So here's Isaac Williams to the paint for the Bears, the transfer from A&M Corpus Christi. He's originally from Oklahoma City, so you'd think this would be a big game for him, being against the OU Sooners. First free throw attempt is off, no good. He has been 68.5% shooting free throws this season. Second one, no good. He missed them both.
Yeah, and John, that is one of four to start the ball game. And in a game like this, there's not that much room for error playing a team like Oklahoma.
Kai Rogers is on for the Sooners, 6'10" freshman postman. And Nigel Pack is fouled by Baylor's Obi Agbum. First personal on Agbum, first team foul on the Bears. Not a shooting foul at the 17-minute mark, first half. Oklahoma will inbound on their baseline. Inbounds it comes to Rogers. Puts the ball in the hands of Tay Davis. Now to Brown, open look at a three. It is no good, front iron. Good strong rebound by Cameron Carr.
Yeah, it's a couple of big defensive rebounds by Carr. One of the better, if not the best rebounder on this team.
Carr launches a three, right wing. It's no good. Kai Rogers, the rebound for Oklahoma.
You know, he's got the green light on that shot, but that was quick in the possession.
Give to Pack. Pack into the front court. That is Nigel Pack. Jumper mid-range left side, no good. Carr, another rebound.
That's 3 defensive rebounds for Carr.
Up the floor to Caden Powell running the floor. His layup attempt is blocked, but it's a goaltend. Give the bucket to Caden Powell.
And their best looks offensively, their best offense has been in transition. That's the only time the ball's been able to touch the paint. Bears have been able to get defensive rebounds and start a fast break opportunity by doing that. You don't get defensive rebounds, you can't get it out in transition.
It's 5-3. Sooners lead the Bears. 16:23 on the clock. First half just getting started from Las Vegas. Bears and Sooners, first semifinal of the college basketball crown. West Virginia and Creighton to follow. For the Sooners on the left wing, Darian Reed has it, drives into the paint. Layup, no good. That was with Carr swatting at that ball. Dan Skillings on the floor, and Skillings with the rebound. He brings it into the front court. Give back to Obi Agbum. Agbum gives it to Carr. Carr drives in, baseline right, bumped out of bounds. And I think that'll be a foul. Yeah, it is going to be a foul on Oklahoma. That'll get us to a timeout. 15:54 on the clock. First half just getting started from Las Vegas. Foul is on Tay Davis, his first, team's third. Our score, Oklahoma 5, Baylor 3. You're listening to Baylor Bear Basketball from the College Basketball Crown in Las Vegas on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Bluebonnet Health Services has been caring for Central Texans since 2004. Bluebonnet is locally owned and operated, which allows them the most interaction with patients each and every day, promoting compassion.
You can come down a little more overall.
But
yeah.
Staff with years of experience.
It's not peaking anymore, but I'm running it pretty low. Not super low, you know what I mean? But
remember, it's your choice. Ask your doctor for Bluebonnet Health Services.
We don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Toyota Tundra isn't just built in Texas. It's built by Texas. Every line, weld, and seal, shaped with the pride, heat, and strength that only Texas really knows. The Tundra is built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make noise. Built to roll with the punches and to go the distance. Built stronger, built louder, built here. The 2026 Toyota Tundra, built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
5-3, Oklahoma lead over Baylor. First media timeout here in the first half. Bears and Sooners playing for a spot in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. Would be at 4:30 Central Time tomorrow for the winner of this game and the winner of the game that follows ours, West Virginia and Creighton.
Well, and so far so good in terms of keeping Nigel Pack from scoring big. The goal for him in the game was no threes. He hadn't gotten one down yet. He's 0 for 3. But you can tell he is out there to shoot it. And the idea is get him to become a passer. He's capable, but what he really wants to do is shoot the ball. In fact, he's taken 3 field goals, and that's up there with Brown. Brown is 2 of 4. Pack 0 for 3. So Bears started the ball game with a lead. Oklahoma went on a 5-1 run, 5-0 run. Bears got a bucket. We're at 5-3 now by the first media timeout. It's interesting how much the coaches learn. You scout, you strategize, you got a plan. That first 5 minutes tells you a lot that you really didn't expect. So we'll see what the Bears do coming out of it.
Bears go back on the floor with Obi Agbum, Isaac Williams, Dan Skillings, Michael Ratai, and Cameron Carr. So no true big man for the Bears out there as they head back onto the floor, trailing by 2, 15:54 to play, first half. It's a big game for Steve Henson, Baylor assistant coach. Pat, he was an assistant to the great Lon Kruger here at UNLV, coached here in this city for 7 seasons, then went with Coach Kruger to Oklahoma, coached with him there for 5, went to a Final Four before moving on to become the head coach at UTSA. Here's the Bears inbound. The play they called worked to perfection. A 3 by Obi Agbum.
How many times have we seen that, John? Bears timeout, have the ball coming out of the timeout, and finish with a high percentage shot. It's exactly what they got. You could not have scripted that inbounds play any better than the Bears did.
Good-looking play, well executed by Baylor, and Agbum with the 3. He was 5 of 8 shooting from three-point range the other night. Foul on the near baseline by Dan Skillings, his first, team second. Sooners inbound. Here's a lob underneath, going to lead to a basket. Darian Reed banks it in from the right side.
Yeah, that guy is 6'8", 235. He was a McDonald's All-American, and when he gets it there and he gets a player, a defender on his hip, might as well run to the other end.
Bears trail 7-6, led briefly 6-5, 15-12 first half. Sooners back into that man defense. Baylor's Isaac Williams into the paint. Gives to Ratai. Backing down his defender. 5 to shoot. Into the paint. Head fake. Shot up. Partially blocked. Good defense by Oklahoma. Leads to the run out and the dunk at the other end by Darian Reed.
You know, that is the 5th fast break point for Oklahoma in the ball game. And what they're able to do is get steals, get deflections on one end, turn that into offense at the other.
It's a 9-6 lead for the Sooners now. Bears led briefly 6-5. Obi Agbum has it outside the arc on the right side. Darian Reed way out there on him. Give to Carr. He'll shoot a 3. It's no good. Left wing. Carr now 0 for 3 from three-point range. Another run out by the Sooners. Layup by Brown. No good. Rebound Bears. Carr, the center of the floor in the paint. Runner, no. And the loose ball out of bounds. Last touched by Baylor.
Well, and I think right now you see Cameron Carr not shooting the ball well. He's 0 for 4 there, and I think it's a matter of shot selection. Now, he's got the green light to shoot anything when he crosses half court with it, but those threes he's taken are fairly closely guarded, and they are from way, way out. He's a rhythm kind of shooter. You see the first couple of those go down, and then really the defense is in trouble. They have not gone down. Bears going to have to figure out what plan B is.
Bears trailing 9-6, 14-minute mark first half here in Las Vegas. Sooners ball. Xavier Brown drives baseline left. Shot no good. Contested there by Isaac Williams, but he got his own miss. Kicks it outside for a 3. And there's a big man, Kuwal Atak, and he hits a three-pointer.
And that's what he does. At 6'9", he's not going inside the three-point line very often. He is a catch-and-shoot guy, and at 6'9", he can get about any shot he wants off outside the three-point line.
6'9" freshman from Haltom City, Texas. Look good on that 3. Baylor tries to answer. 3 by Williams, no good. Rebound, Caden Powell. Falling out of bounds, tries to save it inbounds, but throws it to Darian Reed. Reed brings it up all by himself. Down the paint for the finger roll lay-in.
Yeah, and nobody made Reed change directions. He got the rebound, brought it up the floor. You got to make him change directions about 25 feet from the basket. Never happened. Again, what we talked about earlier, he gets it that close to the basket, might as well run to the other end. He's too big and strong to defend.
It's going to lead to a timeout by Scott Drew. Baylor briefly had the lead 6-5. Since then, 9 unanswered points by the Sooners. They lead at 14-6 with 13:09 to play here in the first half.
And again, John, I think Bears got to have to figure out in their offense, run their offensive sets and get better shots than the ones that they've been getting in the game. Right now they are 1 of 6 from the three-point line. 6 of their 10 shots, or 2 of 10 overall, 6 of their 10 have been threes. And against Oklahoma, unless you're shooting it lights out, that's not going to work.
Bears shooting 20% overall right now. Oklahoma 40%. Sooners lead it on a 9-0 run, 14-6. Hey, other activities, we hear it's raining pretty substantially in Waco, but right now Baylor baseball is scheduled to play at 4 o'clock today against BYU, third game of that series, and Baylor softball is scheduled to play at 5 o'clock today, third game of that series from Getterman Stadium. They're playing Houston. Both those series, baseball and softball, tied at 1 apiece, and looking for an open window to be able to play weather-wise their third games today.
Oklahoma in the midst of a 9-0 run. That's occurred over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Bears 0 for their last 4. Need a bucket here, and that's what the timeout was all about.
Yesafu drops it inbounds to Isaac Williams. Give to Dan Skillings. Drive, layup, good by Skillings.
Yeah, that's what they needed. I think they were just a little bit out of sync offensively, no rhythm at all. Needed to run something, get the ball in the right hands, take advantage of what the defense is giving you. Bears get a bucket out of the timeout.
Makes it 14-8. Here's a Tuck on the left wing, covered up. Gives it back outside to Xavier Brown. Brown into the paint. Wheels around his defender, got him off his feet, and scooped it up inside him for 2.
Yeah, he knows, Brown does, that Caden Powell is thinking block shot all the way. A little head and shoulder fake, got Powell off his feet, and an easy lay-in for Brown.
Isaac Williams looks to answer, and he does. Williams gets to the rim with the left-hand layup. That is good. His first points of the day.
And it's not a coincidence, since that last timeout by Coach Drew, the Bears have laid it in twice. Got to attack the rim. The Bears had not done that by the first media timeout.
16-10, Oklahoma leads, 12-minute mark, first half. Sooners ball. Darian Reed in the paint. Turnaround jumper is no good. Front iron. Picked up by Isaac Williams for the Bears. Williams into the front court for Baylor. Into the paint.
Nice.
Alley-oop for the flush to Caden Powell.
So think about it, John. Since that timeout that Coach Drew called, the Bears have come out and made 3 layups. 2 layups and then that one dunk by Caden Powell. They just had to get him thinking right.
A Tuck, a 3, a bit off balance. It's no good. Dan Skillings the rebound for the Bears. Skillings into the front court. Big step. Lay-in is good with a foul by Dan Skillings.
So there's 4 layups in a row, and the last of those 4 is going to give the Bears an opportunity for a 3-point play. Coach Drew's the master. You know, we saw a media timeout. They came out, immediately got a 3 after the timeout. Since the last called timeout by Coach Drew, 4 layups in a row, and the Bears are in the midst of a 6-0 run. They made their last 4 shots.
Wow. Foul was on Kual Atak, and that is his first and the team's third. We'll have a free throw by Skillings when we come back. Our score, Oklahoma 16, Baylor 14, 11:25 to play. First half from Las Vegas. We'll continue after this on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
What he also did.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is a longtime supporter of Baylor athletics.
I mean,
find out why more Baylor fans are making TFNB their bank for life.
This is what we got to
sign up for our Edge checking and get your own custom Baylor Bear debit card. With 6 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier.
Oh my gosh.
TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
Serving Texas since 2007, Magnolia Realty is a full-service brokerage led by expert industry knowledge and a commitment to community. With kindness and integrity at the forefront, every agent is equipped to help you navigate the market and make the real estate journey your own. Whether buying or selling, feel supported with an award-winning agent at your side from first offer to contract and close. Magnolia Realty serves cities including Waco, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, Temple. Learn more at magnoliarealty.com. Hellberg Barbecue is a family-owned business started here in Waco, Texas, and proud to serve the local area. They love to cater all kinds of events, big and small. Serving Baylor and its families is one of their favorite things, and they even ship barbecue nationwide. Check them out while here in Waco or online and support one of Waco's local barbecue restaurants, Hellberg Barbecue. Salt, pepper, and a whole lot of prayer.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
A reminder, our Courtside Cam is up and running today. It is brought to you by NextLink, reliable high-speed internet for your home or business. Go to the Baylor Athletics YouTube channel, and you can see right into our broadcast spot here. Not courtside, mid-level. Where are we? Yeah, mid-level.
Mid-level, I would say. A little more mid-level, higher mid-level than we were the other night in a different arena.
Yeah, Concourse Cam is what it is. It's the Concourse Cam today.
Yes.
Great location. The Creighton crew is down to Pat's right setting up. That's John Baylor. Introduce yourself to John.
Hey, John, wave at the
camera
camera
right here.
There you go.
Yeah, very good. All right. Yeah. So Creighton will play West Virginia in the next game coming up. What a run by the Bears, Pat. They were down after a 9-0 run by Oklahoma to pull within 2 at this timeout.
And they've made 4 layups in a row. 3 of their first 5 shots were threes. John, it was interesting the other night we were talking post-game about how the 3 keys that Baylor is aspiring to get every game. You get all 3 of them, you win. None of those keys have anything to do with making threes.
Yeah.
And so I think what Coach Drew did was say, look, guys, we don't have to make a bunch of threes to win this game. And since that time, the Bears' shot selection has been through the roof, and that's why they've made their last 4 shots, are in the midst of a 6-0 run. And those threes will come, but threes need to come from passes on dribble penetration, ball in the paint, make threes from the inside out, not the outside in. And it sounds easy to do. It's not, but it makes all the difference in the world. That's why the Bears have cut it to a bucket. And with a made free throw from Skillings here, they can cut it to 1.
Other side of that is Nigel Pack, their leading scorer, has not scored in this game so far. This is the guy that led the SEC in three-point shooting. He's 45% on the year from 3, 5th best in the nation.
Yeah, and he's going to keep shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 0 for 3 now, but a guy that shoots it at that rate, he shoots a lot of them, and he shoots them very accurately. He's going to put a bunch of them up.
Dan Skillings adds the free throw after the timeout to complete the 3-point play. Pull the Bears within 1. It's now 16-15, Oklahoma on top. 11:20 and counting before halftime. Sooners ball, Tay Davis puts the ball on the floor, drives in, got around Yesufu for the left-hand lay-in.
Yeah, that's the 3rd layup that Oklahoma has shot in the game. And I think it's Reed that's making most of those. But those baseline guys are big and strong, and their first step is deceptively quick.
Gives the Sooners an 18-15 lead. Skillings feels comfortable shooting a 3. It is no good. Leads to a long run out and a lay-in at the other end by Tay Davis.
Yeah, and that is the 6th fast break point for Oklahoma in the game. The Bears' transition defense has been almost non-existent.
20-15 lead for Oklahoma. 10:38 on the clock. Bears ball, Skillings gives to Obi Agbam. Cam Carr is back on the floor for the Bears. Here's Skillings, drives, nice dish to Caden Powell for the dunk.
And that's on a dribble drive, ball in the lane, pull the defense away from your teammates, and then dish it, get it where it needs to be. Perfect play by Skillings.
Nigel Pack brings it up, gives the ball to Jaden Jones. His 3 is blocked by Carr, and Carr will lay it in at the other end.
And not only does he make explosive plays offensively, he's able to get blocks like that, leading shot blocker on the team, and then go to the other end and score.
44th block shot this season by Cameron Carr, led directly to that bucket that pulls Baylor within 1. It's 20-19 Sooners. Here's Pack, free throw line jumper is good. His first points today, Nigel Pack averaging 16.6 per game.
But from a Baylor perspective, 2s are a lot better than 3s from Nigel Pack.
Pack also averaging 21.2 points per game over the last 5 games. That one puts the Sooners up by 3. Lob pass by Powell to Yesufu. Low blocks, right side, turnaround jumper is good by Tunde Yesufu.
And there are times this season, here late in the season particularly, when that has been Baylor's best offense. Just get Yesufu into his comfort zone in the low block, get it to him and let him go to work.
22-21, Sooners lead it over the Bears. Here's an alley-oop attempt. It is blocked in there by Skillings, comes away with the ball. Skillings gives it up the floor to Yesufu. Leaner, left side, no good. Got his own miss, covered up, ball on the floor, scramble for it. Who's got it? Still scrambling for that loose ball. Finally, it rolls out of there, and it's picked up by Mohamed Wagi. And then the Sooners run it into the front court, leading by 1 over the Bears. Pack outside straight away. Will drive into the paint, stripped of the ball. It goes out of bounds. Will stay with Oklahoma.
And still, you know, I thought Pack had a good look on a pass around the perimeter. Had that pass been in the numbers, that would have been a 3, but it was well defended. I thought Obi-Agbem was there on the catch and forced Pack to dribble the ball inside the three-point line, and that's exactly what they want. You can't let him get crazy at the three-point line, and he's very capable of doing that.
Sooners inbound. Pack, the inbounder, drops it into Kai Rogers. Now to Tay Davis. Into the paint, near travel there by Rogers. Spins around a couple of times and gets the short jumper to fall over Michael Ratai.
Yeah, and the defense, the initial shot defense, I thought was pretty good. They forced Pack to become a passer, but you saw a good example there of his ability to create for others. Got Davis into scoring position.
3-point lead for the Sooners, 24-21, 8:09 first half. Here's a drive into the paint by Carr, gets hit, no call, missed the shot, loose ball, fought for. Finally, Baylor has it, and a foul on Oklahoma.
You know, the Bears are about to shoot their 6th and 7th free throws of this game, and that's important. When the ball's not going in, otherwise you've got to manufacture points. You usually do that at the line. But they are just 2 of 5 there, so the opportunity's there. You just got to capitalize on it.
That was on Kual Atak, his second. Puts Michael Ratai at the free throw line, and his first one is good. Ratai, the Oregon State transfer, originally from Augsburg, Germany. Remember way back in July?
Oh, God.
When we were, you remember that?
Seems like 2 years ago.
Yeah, this team was in Germany for the World University Games. Ratai was playing for the German national team then. Here we are in April and still going. 2 free throws by Ratai.
Good to see Skillings and Ratai both playing well in this game. Bears going to need them.
24-23. Here's a three-pointer right corner by Tay Davis. Davis hits a 3. He's got 7 in the first half. Sooners up their lead to 4. It's 27-24. Oklahoma leading Baylor. 7:38 first half. Skillings backing down his defender, scoops it up and in with his left hand.
That's his 7th point, and until Oklahoma provides an answer for that, I think the Bears are going to continue to get the ball into Skillings' hand and let him go to work. He's penetrated about 3 times and has scored every time.
2-point game. Here's a drive, layup, no good by Tay Davis. May have been partially blocked in there. Up the floor in the transition, Skillings to Isaac Williams. Williams drives into the paint, gives it away to Cameron Carr, who is hammered. There was a foul on Isaac Williams prior to that. Carr is a little bit upset. He got hit pretty hard and then didn't even draw the foul. That was called prior to him getting the ball. But we've got a timeout on the floor. Comes with 7:10 to play. Coach Drew meets up with Cameron Carr and I think ask the officials to maybe look at that and see what they see. We'll see what they do, and we'll tell you about it when we come back. Timeout on the floor, 7:10 to play. First half from Las Vegas and the college basketball crown. Oklahoma leads Baylor 27-25 on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Slam Dunk Cash.
ID on the other side?
Create a full court press with
Sure.
free checking that pays you cash back and refunds fees from other banks' ATMs. Enjoy free reward checking and be the MVP of a new cashback season. It's an easy bank shot. Apply online at firstcentralcu.com. We're your team.
Everything we do is true. We do for you.
Eligibility and qualifications apply. Member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Jim Turner at Jim Turner
Paul
Chevrolet
Foster's
in
the
McGregor.
house.
As we celebrate our
Sitting next
10th
to
year
Linda and Brad.
anniversary,
Oh, cool.
I want to say thank you to all of our customers. Our dealership is more than a business to me. That's why when you come see us for a reliable new Chevy
that's a little
or
better,
award-winning service, we treat you like family.
Come see our new collision center, now open
to serve you even better for many years to come.
Enjoy the game, then come see us at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. Together, let's drive.
Do you want to earn points while cheering on your favorite Baylor teams? Join Baylor Bold Rewards. Track your attendance on the Baylor Sports app across athletic events and earn points towards prizes and experiences. Download the Baylor Sports app or register online today at BaylorBoldRewards.com and start earning your points today.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
27-25, Oklahoma leads Baylor. That's with 7 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in the first half. How did we get here? Well, the Bears won their tournament opener over Minnesota on Wednesday. 67-48 was the final. Oklahoma beat Colorado in overtime, 90-86. And those two advancing to today's semifinal matchup. West Virginia beat Stanford 82-77 in overtime on Thursday, and the nightcap Thursday, Creighton beat Rutgers 82-69. So West Virginia and Creighton, the second semifinal that follows our game today. The winners play for the Crown Championship tomorrow, which Nebraska won last year. And look at the season Nebraska had, I think, building off the Crown Championship a year ago.
Yeah, what Coach Drew said, at the end of the year there will be 3 teams that are happy. And one's the NIT champ, the other one's the Crown champ, and the other one's the NCAA tournament champ. So there's a lot to play for in this game. The NIL money matters, of course it does, in this day and age of college basketball. But this team has come here to win. They've come here to win a championship. And thus far in this game, I think they played well. I mean, Oklahoma, 1 point, had an 8-point lead. That was 16-8 at 12:34. But since that time, they've done a nice job shooting better shots. The shot selection is reflected in their shooting percentage. Right now they're at 48%, and that's after they started the ball game 0 for their first 5.
Only 2 turnovers by Oklahoma, only 3 turnovers by the Bears, so both teams have done well in that category. And score reflects that. It's a 2-point game, 27-25 Sooners.
You know, when Coach Drew looks at a stat sheet, he comes up here and talks to us after the game or wherever we are. The first couple of stats he's going to look at are points off turnovers and second chance points. And right now, Oklahoma has a 6-0 advantage in points off turnovers, 6-2 advantage, second chance points. But the good news is Bears have fought back and they're down by just 2. We'll go back to play. 22 seconds on the Baylor shot clock. Bears will inbound it underneath their own bucket.
Isaac Williams, the inbounder for the Bears. Michael Ratai, Dan Skillings, Cameron Carr, and Tunde Yesufu on the floor. Here's a little pushing as the inbounds pass came to Carr. That big bully, Cameron Carr, just pushed the Oklahoma player out of the way and was called for a foul.
Yeah, I thought he was really wide open. And the Bears do a great job running. They're underneath out of bounds, but it's rare you'll see somebody that open.
Look at the replay.
Yeah, watching the replay.
That's how.
It's not only a foul, that's a body slam.
Maybe a little acting on Oklahoma's part, but first personal on Cameron Carr. It is just the third team foul of the Bears. Oklahoma comes right back. Nice feed. Muhammad Wagi is dunking it for 2.
Yeah, and that is the 3rd assist in the game for Nigel Pack. So the Bears doing a good job keeping him from being a shooter, but he's become a passer and a really good passer here in the first half.
4-point lead for the Sooners, 29-25. Carr cross court right side to Tunde Yesufu, who nails a 3-pointer.
You know, even though those guys haven't made many threes to start the game, they still have the green light. That was another shot I thought was pretty quick in the possession, but if it goes down, it's all moot.
29-28, Bears within 1, 6:20 first half. Left side of the paint, Tay Davis wheels around Yesufu, scoops it up, shot no good. Rebound Michael Ratai, outlet to Yesufu. Bears could take the lead if they score on this possession. Extra pass, left corner, 3 by Isaac Williams, no good. And the rebound by Darian Reed.
That is a great look in transition, all fueled by Baylor's defensive rebound.
And here's Reed, goes around his defender, and he dunks it for 2 more.
God, how many dunks, layups have we seen Oklahoma make in the first 15 minutes of this game?
They've got a 31-28 lead over the Bears with 5:45 to play before halftime. Halftime, we'll visit with Lon Kruger. Be a fun visit. He's an ambassador for this Crown tournament. Dan Skillings thought about a 3, instead gives it away to Cam Carr, right wing. He'll shoot a three. It's no good. But Yesufu is up to jam home the miss.
And he was wide open. He was in the far corner, saw the ball go up, hit the front of the rim, and it was perfectly positioned for him to do what he did. Finish with an alley-oop. Bears needed that one.
31-30. Sooners lead by 1. 5-12 and counting first half. Here's Pack. Drives into the paint. Little pull-up, fade-away. 14-footer is good by Pack, who's got 4 on the day.
You know, he's 5'10", and he shot that one over the 6'9" Michael Ratai, but you can overthink that. I mean, a guy that can score like he does, doesn't matter that he's 5'10". He knows how to get shots up.
Had a little natural fadeaway in his shot on ones like that. Puts the Sooners up by 3. Williams drives, baseline left, lost the ball, out of bounds. Turnover Baylor. It goes over to Oklahoma. And the Sooners have possession of the ball and a 3-point lead.
Yeah, he just lost a handle on that, but still I think what he's been doing for the offense, really from the first media timeout on in this game, is spot on. It's exactly what Coach Drew wants him to do. That ball has to be in the lane, and nobody does it better than Williams.
Turnover number 5 by the Bears here in the first half. That matches their turnover total for the entire game in the win over Minnesota on Wednesday. Sooners ball, looking to take advantage. Xavier Brown's back out there.
Ooh.
Brown gives to Pack, and there's his first made 3 today.
You can never relax on him. You think he's away from the ball, and you can take a little bit of a breather or just raise up defensively. It's coming back to him. You got to be ready for that.
36-30, Sooners lead the Bears. Pack's first made 3 today. He's the active NCAA Division I leader in made 3s. Here's Obi Agbum, not a 3, but left side of the paint. His turnaround jumper is good.
Yeah, it's only his second shot of the game. One of those is a 3. That was his second. So he's got 5 points on 2 shots in the game.
Wow. 36-32, Sooners lead it, under 4 minutes to play. There's a driving layup that is good by Xavier Brown, and he is fouled. We'll have a timeout. He'll have a free throw after the timeout to try to make it a 3-point play. But Xavier Brown, an acrobatic driving layup. He now has 9 in the first half, and the Sooners lead by 6. Timeout on the floor comes with 3:50 to play. First half, first semifinal game in the college basketball crown here in Las Vegas. Oklahoma leads Baylor 38-32 on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Looking for a fun night out with family or friends? Head to Magnolia Field at
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Field now, starting at just $6 for general admission seating.
You did your
or
part.
stop
I
by
didn't
the
do my
ballpark
part.
for $2
We'll get the next one.
and discounted concession items, plus $2 off general admission tickets. Grab your seats now at BaylorBears.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Baylor Ballpark.
Have you been to the new location of Green Eye Associates yet? You'll still receive the same award-winning service and excellent care from Dr. Green and her dedicated optometrists and staff. But now conveniently located in Woodway, right off of Highway 84. Come see the expanded optical showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like IPL treatments for dry eye symptoms and the brand new sports vision technology. Green Eye Associates, the official optometrists of Baylor Athletics.
Baylor fans, ready to keep it cool this season? Ice and Easy delivers premium ice lightning fast. From tailgates to restaurants, construction sites, concerts, and races, Ice and Easy has you covered. Game day or work day, keep your drinks cold and your spirits bold. Ice and Easy, we deliver, you chill. Proud supporter of the Baylor Bears.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball. Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
That's an old Big 12 reunion here in Las Vegas. Baylor versus Oklahoma. The Sooners now in the SEC. 73rd meeting all-time. Oklahoma leads the all-time series 46-25. It's been slanted heavily toward Baylor recently. And we don't play them every year now since we're in different leagues, but Baylor's won 3 straight and 11 of the last 12 in the series.
That's amazing. You're right. It has been slanted heavily
right.
In favor of one team or the other. 30-0 at one point, Oklahoma.
Yes.
I would say fairly dominant in this series, but during the Coach Drew era, that the games it slowly started to change, and then it very quickly changed and got to that 11 out of 12.
Yeah. But fun to go up against these Sooners. See their radio guys down the row from us. That is Toby Rowland and Kevin Henry, a former Baylor basketball standout himself. Timeout comes with 3:50 to play before halftime. We will visit with Lon Kruger coming up at halftime. How about these two ambassadors for this tournament? Lon Kruger, one of the world's great guys, and Bob McKillop. Coach Davidson, right?
Sure did, yeah.
They're the two ambassadors for this tournament. Can't think of two better guys. Maybe Homer Drew, if he was in on it, would fit right in with that group.
You know, Lon Kruger, I don't know Coach McKillop, but Lon Kruger was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Really was gracious. Yeah. And one thing, we might even, if we have time, we're not going to have enough time to go as deep as we want to go with Kruger at halftime, but he was one of the very few coaches, maybe the only coach, that would come out as the teams were on the floor shooting around. He'd just pull up a chair on the sideline. You want to talk to him?
Yeah.
He's all in. Just delightful, and an incredibly successful college basketball coach, and even a better person. And Steve Henson, who played for him and coached with him, will tell you the same thing.
That's exactly right. You're right. Steve played for him at K-State, coached with him at UNLV and Oklahoma. They went to a Final Four together in 2016. Free throw is good by Xavier Brown coming out of the timeout. That makes it 39-32, 7-point lead for the Sooners. Part of that, Nigel Pack heating up. He's hit his first three of the day. 3:40 to play before halftime. Bears ball down by 7. Isaac Williams dribbles outside the arc on the left wing. Gives it toward the top of the key to Yesufu. Yesufu's dribble still alive. Thinks about a three. Didn't take it. Gives to Powell. 5 to shoot for the Bears. Isaac Williams. He's got to put it up. Williams, a prayer that hits the top of the backboard and off. Baylor never had a sense of urgency of getting in position for a good shot.
You know, a lot of dribbling that time, dribbling that didn't amount to anything. And coaches talk about dribbling with purpose. Coach Drew talked about one-punch dribbles, and those are dribbles into the lane where you're pulling the defense and you're kicking it away. That just never happened, that possession. So bad offensive possession for the Bears. But, John, the Bears have a lot of work to do defensively. Oklahoma right now shooting 55% from the floor.
Wow. And they've got a 39-32 lead to show for it. Little backcourt pressure by Baylor. Sooners break it. Darian Reed brings it into the front court, the Alabama transfer. Give to Xavier Brown. Brown gives to Pack, back to Brown, left wing, left corner. Darian Reed's three, no good. Rebound, Caden Powell for the Bears.
Needed a stop badly there. It's 3:17 to go in the half, down by 7. Oklahoma with the momentum. Bears need a run.
Here's a bounce pass from Agbum to Powell. Kick right side to Yesufu. Head fake. Shot up, no good. Chase the loose ball. Darian Reed has it for Oklahoma. And a foul in the backcourt. Tunde Yesufu trying to strip the ball from Reed.
Yeah, and I think that was just a frustration foul by Yesufu. Had a really good-looking three, would not go. And you could tell he was attacking the rebounder. And would have been much better served to just retreat and get to the other end of the floor.
15 foul on the Bears here in the first half with 2:27 to play. Oklahoma has 16 fouls. Sooners have the lead, 39-32. Xavier Brown drives right side of the paint. Layup no good, but he was fouled. Caden Powell picks up personal number 1.
And John, again, defensively, the Bears really have no answer for the dribble penetration from those guards, and they are elite, Pack and Brown. But, you know, when you allow the guy you're guarding to turn the corner on you, and that guy is Brown or it's Pack, you are in bad trouble. And Brown has laid it in several times in this game. First free throw is good, and he's got 11.
And a really good free throw shooter. Did you see that? 87.5% for Xavier Brown on the season. First one's good there. He's 2 of 2 at the line in double digits scoring. It's a guy that's averaged 21 points and 5 assists and 1 turnover over the last 5 games.
That's Brown?
Brown, yes.
Well, and his backcourt mate averaging 21.2 points a game that same last 5 game segment of the season. Second free throw's good. John, down by 9, 41-32, 2:20 to go in the half. Bears need to make a run. Got to keep that lead within striking distance by halftime.
It is the largest lead of the game for Oklahoma. Drive by Williams, kick left side. Cam Carr's three is no good. Rebound pulled down by Jaden Jones of Oklahoma. Had a good look, wouldn't go for Cameron Carr. Sooners looking for a double-digit lead over the Bears in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pack into the paint, pulls up, short jumper, no good. Rebound Cam Carr for Baylor. Carr into the front court, surveys his options, feeds Yesufu. He'll drive, got by his defender, he laid it in with a foul.
Boy, they needed that. Just needed a spark here with a minute and a half to go in the half. Not only do they get the bucket from Yesufu, they'll get a three-point play opportunity. Just have to feel good. The Bears have faded, I think, over the last 4 or 5 minutes of the half. Got to get it going again and enter halftime feeling pretty good about their chances in the second.
Foul is on Jaden Jones. That is his first of the day. Yesufu with the bucket. He'll have a free throw to try to complete a three-point play. That's 10 in the first half for Tunde Yesufu. Make it 11 with the free throw. So now 41-35 is the lead for Oklahoma. Minute 38 to go in the first half. Xavier Brown gives it to Davis on the perimeter. Back to Brown between the rings. Brown pulls up his dribble, gives to Nigel Pack. To Brown, left side. Fake to three. Couple of steps inside the line. He swishes a 17-footer.
Yeah, the problem is they've let Brown feel really good about his game. He's like any really good offensive player. When he gets into a rhythm, it is really hard to take him out of it. He's got 14 in the first half.
Lead is 8 for the Sooners again, 43-35, 104 and counting. Obi Agba, top of the key, working against Pack, pulls up, jumper, no good. Caden Powell, the offensive rebound, knocked out of his hands and stolen by Oklahoma. He was surrounded. They swarmed Caden Powell and come up with the ball. In transition, Xavier Brown, a three that's no good. Caden Powell, a demonstrative rebound. He still thinks he was fouled when he lost that ball at the other end.
You know, and the Bears have out-rebounded Oklahoma in the first half by 5. That's one of the keys of this game, but there are other things they've got to make happen here with 30 seconds to play in the half.
30 on the game clock, now 10 on the shot clock. Isaac Williams to Obi Agbam, left wing. Gives to Yesufu, 5 to shoot. Gonna try to drive, loses the handle, out of bounds, turnover Baylor. Yesufu says, I didn't touch it last. He's pleading his case, but it's a Baylor turnover, and the Sooners have it with 18.6 seconds to go in the first half.
And again, John, a lot of dribbling by the Bears in the half court, and when one guy is dribbling, what's happening is the other 4 guys are standing and watching. There's no movement away from the ball, and sometimes with a really good offense, all the action is away from the ball, not really seeing into that in the first half from Baylor.
Well, to add insult to injury, not only did he lose the ball, he was saying that he didn't touch it last, but Yesufu was then called for a foul, his second. So the Sooners will shoot free throws here, up 8 with 18.6 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, and a great free throw shooter at the line in Brown.
He's 3 of 3 today. Brown has had a great first half for Oklahoma. First free throw is good, giving 15 points in the first half.
Yeah, he's a handful. And Williams, who is Baylor's best on-ball defender, has had the responsibility for the most part of keeping Brown out of the lane and just not been able to make that happen.
Second free throw is good by Brown. Timeout Porter Mosier as the Sooners build their lead to 10. That is the biggest it has been in the first half. 45-35, Sooners lead it. Timeout on the floor. 18.6 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, the timeout gives Coach Drew an opportunity to script the last 18.6 seconds of the first half. Bears want to keep the ball on their offensive end, obviously, to finish the half. But a bucket here makes them feel a little better about how the first half has ended. A lot to be concerned about at halftime when the Bears go into the locker room. And to me, John, the number one thing is they're going to have to get stops. They just have not been able to string enough together to stay within, a single-digit deficit for the better part of the first half. It's 10 now with less than 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, Sooners shooting percentage is down to 51%. It was, as you said at one point, 55%. Bears not bad at 45%, but Baylor is 2 of 13 from three-point range, 15%. Sooners are 4 of 10. So a 10-point lead for Oklahoma, their largest of the half. Baylor's ball, 18.6 seconds to go before halftime. Shot clock is quite obviously off. Inbounds it comes to Isaac Williams. He'll trot into the front court. Now 10, now 9, now 8 seconds to go. Dribbling on the crown at midcourt. Isaac Williams kicks left side to Agbum. A three is no good. Left iron, and there's the buzzer. I don't know if that was the play they drew up. Pretty good look by Obi Agbum. Maybe rushed a little bit.
Yeah.
But they come away with no points, and the Bears will trail it by 10 at halftime.
And John, it looked like he double clutched a little bit. I mean, he thought he had on the catch a three, and he just looked like he wanted to let it go, never did. Finally got one away, and it was a little bit short. Bears falter at the end of the half, not only on that last possession, but I thought the last 3 to 4 minutes of the half belonged to Oklahoma.
And the lead reflects that, 45-35. Sooners lead the Bears at halftime. Halftime from Las Vegas. Oklahoma 45, Baylor 35. Stay with us, our Bluebonnet Health Services halftime report. When we come back, semifinal in the college basketball crown from Las Vegas. We're back after this on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is a longtime supporter of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Baylor fans are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and get your own custom Baylor Bear debit card. With 6 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Hellberg Barbecue is a family-owned business started here in Waco, Texas, and proud to serve the local area. They love to cater all kinds of events, big and small. Serving Baylor and its families is one of their favorite things, and they even ship barbecue nationwide. Check them out while here in Waco or online and support one of Waco's local barbecue restaurants, Hellberg Barbecue. Salt, pepper, and a whole lot of prayer.
We don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Toyota Tundra isn't just built in Texas. It's built by Texas. Every line, weld, and seal
probably got out at the right time,
with the pride, heat, and strength that only Texas really knows.
We think
the
so.
Tundra's built in Tundra.
You just have to adjust and move on, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
You just do.
Built to carry tradition.
There's a lot of coaches even now that are saying, I don't want to do this. You know?
Oh, I don't think any coaches are having more fun today than they did 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's too bad.
But relationships aren't
Built
a part of
stronger,
it.
built louder.
You can have the best relationship in the world, but someone's going to give the kid more money.
The 2026 Toyota Tundra.
You know, we've even noticed that how we've got we've been doing this forever. Players that come back and you're bear hugging them and you knew them for 4 years. And
feature availability.
These guys today, a lot of them don't have a home to go to.
That's right.
Bounce around.
And
you talk about Pac, you know, we retired 5 years ago, and we played against Pac at Kansas State when he was at Kansas. That's 6 years ago.
Right.
And he's been at 3 or 4 different schools.
For the Blue Bonnet Health Services halftime show. Brought to you by TFNB, the official local bank of Baylor
10 years
Athletics.
from now, when they do a study on the kids coming out today,
championship
there's going to be a lot of mental health issues and
visit Texas
depression and frustration.
To find a local agent today.
Money's easy
Blue
to come
Bonnet
by.
Health Services.
Yeah,
Libman, America's trusted
they all feel
in
entitled to
cleaning.
it.
Premier ER and urgent care. Feel better now. Stay tuned as we break down the first half. Check out
here we
scores and more. All coming up on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. Halftime. Oklahoma leads Baylor 45-35. Pat will give you all the first half stats coming up in a moment. It is the first semifinal of the Crown Basketball Championship as you're with us on the Bluebonnet Health Services halftime report. Bluebonnet Health Services, your health, your choice. Ask your doctor for Bluebonnet. And a real treat as we welcome Coach Lon Kruger here at halftime. Coach, it is great to be in, I'm going to say, your city in Las Vegas, and well-run tournament. Please pass that along, and a pretty well-played first half also.
Yeah, very, very good tournament. Great field in the tournament, of course, and the Fox folks do a great job in hosting all the teams, and good first half here, and I still think it'll, like most of these games, come down to the wire at some point.
Explain your role. You and Coach McKillop, I think, work as sort of ambassadors for this tournament.
Yeah, we do, along with Bruce Rasmussen, the former AD at Creighton. Just, shaking hands and thanking people for being here and watching good basketball.
Yeah. Well, and this is a new thing. It's a new tournament, obviously, second year of the tournament, and we didn't really know what to expect when we came up here, but it's been a great experience. But from a player's perspective, we wondered if they would have the competitive edge that they had throughout the season. They all seem to have.
Extremely high level of play. I think the competition, the effort, close ball games, a couple of overtime ball games. There's no drop off. Kids like to play. They like to compete, and now a little money on the line to boot. I guess that doesn't hurt anything, but hopefully at the heart of it is they like playing basketball.
Yeah.
You've been retired 5 years now. You tell us the game has changed a lot, hasn't it, even in 5 years?
It has. Actually, the last year we coached was the year before the portal and before NIL,
right.
So we haven't experienced it firsthand, but from a little bit of a distance, it's a different game. It's a different game, and you got to change with the times and move on, and I don't see it going backwards for sure.
Yeah. I know Coach Drew thinks highly of you, and during the time y'all coached against each other in the Big 12, and Steve Henson certainly does also. You know Steve very well, don't you?
Yeah, very well. He was our first recruit back in 1986 at Kansas State when we went back there, and of course playing against Coach Drew's teams. He does such a great job, and we've had some fun battles along the way, and I'm not sure we came out on top of that one, but we enjoyed the battles.
Yeah. Well, one thing John and I talk about is all the extra stuff happening, the landscape of college basketball. On the floor, the game is still the game, right?
It is, no question about it. I think, it seems to be a little bit more physical game today. The low post play, there's a lot of contact. Of course, they don't call traveling, don't call 3 seconds, don't call palming, anymore. That's
right.
kind of a bylaw, I think.
Right.
But still, it's a good game. It's a great game, and see young people play with the passion, and the fan bases enjoy watching. So, it's a great game.
I got to ask you this. I've been curious about this. You are, and we always enjoyed this, but you are maybe the only coach I know of that would come out before, when you were coaching, come out before a game, sit down and just watch your team warm up or just shoot around, and you were open. I'd come by and just spark up a conversation. Like, what was that about?
Well, I didn't want to sit back in the locker room stewing, and frustrating. So, just come out, and, it's just I don't think we ever took ourselves too seriously in that way. We just enjoyed what we were doing and had a great time and good people to work with. So why not?
One of your schools, Illinois, in the Final Four in Indianapolis this weekend.
They are a great field there, of course. Illinois, UConn, I think they played earlier in the year, and I think whoever shoots the ball better, and both teams are capable of being a little bit streaky. So should be a good matchup there. And then, of course, Michigan, Arizona, probably the two favored teams in the country, rightfully so. It should be two good ball games.
And doesn't this tournament here in Las Vegas provide a pretty good complement to what's going on in Indianapolis this weekend?
It does. Actually, I think that's what motivated Fox to start it up, just to get a little content during this time of the year, during the Final Four week. And as a result, I think a lot of players have enjoyed it, a lot of people have enjoyed it, and hopefully it'll keep going.
Good. Most important question, how's your golf game?
Never as good as I'd like it to be. It's a little bit more opportunity to play here throughout the year in Vegas for sure, and ton of good golf in Las Vegas. So, and then we got the Coaches versus Cancer event, which Scott Drew's a big Coaches versus Cancer guy, does such a good job, and we have the 19th version of that May 17 to 19. So we're still trying to get Scott to come out to it. He's always been busy, but he does so many other things in the fight against cancer. We appreciate his efforts.
Yeah, thanks for your dedication to that also. That has changed a lot of lives, so thank you very much for that.
Coaches all over the country do a great job of using their platform to not only raise dollars, but also to promote awareness in the fight against cancer and to encourage early screening, which is obviously the most important thing. And it's been the 34th, 35th year of Coaches versus Cancer, and raised over $175 million during that time. And all started with Norm Stewart back at Missouri in the late 80s, early 90s. And coaches have jumped on board and have a passion for the cause.
Well, thanks for your time. We really appreciate it. It's great to see you here in Las Vegas.
Thanks very much. Have a good second half.
Thank you. Coach Lon Kruger, former Oklahoma coach, and really heads up that Coaches versus Cancer initiative that has been so good and raised so much money through the years. And he was Steve Henson's coach at Kansas State, and then Coach Henson coached with him at UNLV and at Oklahoma. Halftime, Sooners lead the Bears by 10, 45-35. Will continue on our Bluebonnet Health Services halftime report in a moment. Brought to you by Bluebonnet Health Services. Your health, your choice. Ask your doctor for Bluebonnet. Back after this on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey Baylor fans, Baylor softball season is currently underway.
Come
be a part of the action at Getterman Stadium all season long with single game tickets. With general admission tickets starting at just $8, there's no better way to enjoy elite college softball. And if you're coming with friends or family, group tickets are available for $5 each. Get your Baylor softball single game tickets now at BaylorBears.com/tickets.
Proudly serving Texas since 2007, Magnolia Realty is a full-service brokerage and a trusted neighbor, bridging expert industry knowledge with integrity and kindness. Known for their award-winning agents, Magnolia Realty understands the dynamics of making the real estate journey your own and the importance of trust from contract to close. You can find their local agents here in Waco and across the state, including in Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, and Temple. To get connected and learn more, visit magnoliarealty.com. Here's to home.
Hi, I'm Jim Turner at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. As we celebrate our 10th year anniversary, I want to say thank you to all of our customers. Our dealership is more than a business to me. That's why when you come see us for a reliable new Chevy or award-winning service, we treat you like family.
Come see our new collision center, now open
to serve you even better for many years to come.
Enjoy the game, then come see us at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. Together, let's drive.
Baylor fans, ready to keep it cool this season? Ice and Easy delivers premium ice lightning fast. From tailgates to restaurants, construction sites, concerts, and races, Ice and Easy has you covered. Game day or work day, keep your drinks cold and your spirits bold. Ice and Easy, we deliver, you chill. Proud supporter of the Baylor Bears.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
We're at halftime from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Bears trail Oklahoma by 10 at halftime. We'll take a quick look at the halftime stats. Both teams shot it well. Actually, Oklahoma really well, 51.4%. They made 4 of 10 threes. They made all 5 of their free throws in the first half. Bears were actually finishing the half, did not shoot it well, 14 of 32 now, and almost half of their shots in the first half have been threes, and they're only 2 of 14 from beyond the three-point line, so that's been a problem. Biggest stat of the ball game, as far as I'm concerned, Bears turned it over 8 times, which Oklahoma turned into 13 points. So there's a 13-0 point-off turnover disparity, heavily favoring Oklahoma in this game. Individual scoring looks like this: 16 for Xavier Brown, who leads all scorers in the ball game, 7 for Tay Davis, Darian Reed with 8. Nigel Pack, who's been at 21 points a game over the last 5, had just 7 in the first half. And Bears were led by Tunde Yesufu. He has 11 in the first half. Does have a couple of rebounds to go along with his points. 6 points, 4 rebounds for Caden Powell. 5 points for Obi Agbam on just 4 shots in the first half. A bucket for Isaac Williams. And then 6 big rebounds, but not a lot of scoring from Cameron Carr. He has just a bucket in the first half. Dan Skillings played well. In just 11 minutes, he had 7 points, a couple of rebounds. And then Michael Ratai rounds things out with a bucket here in the second half. Rebounding favored the Bears, so we knew it was a big stat coming in. And the Bears so far, more offensive and defensive rebounds than Oklahoma. 20-16, Bears lead in that category. Points in the paint, even at 22. Second chance points favored Oklahoma, 6-4. Fast break points, 6-5. Oklahoma leads that battle. And again, I think the undoing was the Bears' inability to take care of the ball when they had to. 8 points led to 13 points off turnovers for Oklahoma in the first half. All that said, Bears trail by 10 at halftime, got 20 minutes left to play here from Las Vegas. See if the Bears can work their way into the championship game of the college basketball crown here from Las Vegas. Second half right around the corner here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Bluebonnet Health Services has been caring for Central
back.
Texans since 2004. Bluebonnet is locally owned and operated, which allows them the most interaction with patients each and every day, promoting compassionate care and integrity. They provide hands-on attention to their patients through a staff with years of experience. Bluebonnet Health Services provides home health care, supportive care, and hospice. Remember, it's your health, your choice. Ask your doctor for Bluebonnet Health Services.
Join us April 23rd at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame in Waco for our next Lunch with the Legend, presented by Baylor Alumni Sports Outreach. Our special guest will be Hall of Fame former men's golf coach Mike McGraw as he steps into retirement. It's Thursday, April 23rd, beginning at 11:30 a.m., and tickets are available now by calling 254-710-8300. Join us as we hear from Coach Mike McGraw, presented by Baylor Alumni Sports Outreach.
Have you been to the new location of Green Eye Associates yet? You'll still receive the same award-winning service and excellent care from Dr. Green and her dedicated optometrists and staff. But now conveniently located in Woodway, right off of Highway 84. Come see the expanded optical showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like IPL treatments for dry eye symptoms and the brand new sports vision technology. Green Eye Associates, the official optometrist of Baylor Athletics.
You've been listening to the Bluebonnet Health Services Halftime Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Brought to you by TFNB, the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. Bluebonnet Health Services. Ligman, America's trusted brand name in cleaning. Premier ER and urgent care. Feel better now. Stay tuned as we get set for the second half action with the Baylor Bears. As we rejoin the voice of the Bears, John Morris, live from Courtside, bringing you the second half action and more. All coming up on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And ready to begin the second half here in Las Vegas. Bears trail by 10, 45-35 to the Oklahoma Sooners. That'll wrap up our Bluebonnet Health Services halftime report. Bluebonnet Health Services. Your health, your choice. Ask your doctor for Bluebonnet. Pat, quickly can revisit your keys from before the game.
Well, we said, first of all, you got to control Nigel Pack. Check. I think they did a pretty good job of that. Pack with 7 at halftime, well below his average. Need to win the battle of the backboards. Check. Have done that here at halftime. But the third one was Bears needed to get paint touches. And Oklahoma has really kept that from happening. This is not a good three-point shooting team, Baylor. And almost half of their shots have been threes in the first half. They've made just 2 of 14 out there. And when that's the case, again, just got to get the ball in the lane. If threes come from passes from the lane, they're going to be better selected shots. Got to do that.
It's Baylor's ball to begin the second half. Bears inbound. Isaac Williams drives the left side of the paint, and he is fouled on his layup attempt. So the shot didn't fall, but 2 free throws coming for Isaac Williams. Foul called on Xavier Brown, his first of the day.
Yeah, and Bears start with a paint touch in the second half. Isaac Williams got the ball into the lane, drew contact. He'll get a couple of free throws. Bears at the line, I don't think I mentioned this during the halftime stats, just 5 of 8 at the line and make it 6 of 9 now as that first one goes down.
Isaac Williams missed 2 free throws in the first half. Both on the same trip to the line. First one here is good. First point of the second half. Second one's good as well. So the Bears cut the lead to 8. It is 45-37 Sooners.
Yeah, and I think by the first media timeout, Bears need to have landed a punch. Get the first 2 points of the second half. Good start.
Trying to speed things up a little bit. Bears press in the backcourt. Deep inbounds pass to Darian Reed. He drops it off to Nigel Pack, and the Sooners are in their half-court offense.
Bears have gone to his own.
So switch up there for Baylor defensively. Entry pass, challenged on the shot by Caden Powell, but Darian Reed got the short bank shot to fall.
Yeah, and I think that moved to what they call their 11 zone. They're pressuring on the perimeter, but not the way they were in the first half with their man-to-man pressure. But Oklahoma ran its zone attack really well.
Isaac Williams drives into the paint again for the Bears. Now passes back out to Obi Agbum. Shot clock at 10 for Baylor. Agbum to Carr. Carr dribbles around the screen of Caden Powell. Kicks it left side. 3 by Williams is good. How about that?
I mean, that ball was trying to get out and somehow rolled back in. Hit the rim from the deep corner, I think 3 times before it slowly rolled in. Just kind of fell in.
Almost balanced on the side of the rim, and it fell in. First made 3 today by Isaac Williams. Third made 3 total by Baylor. It's 47-40. Ball knocked away. A steal by Baylor. Caden Powell gets it for Baylor. Up the floor. Agbum's 3. No good. Right wing. Loose ball, and Brown has it for Oklahoma. Maybe a quick 3 there in transition for the Bears. Sooners a quick 3 by Nigel Pack. It's no good from the right wing. Rebounded by Cameron Carr.
Yeah, it's his 7th rebound of the game. Carr's not scoring it, but he's rebounding it.
Carr top of the key. He'll launch a 3. This one's no good. Back iron. Rebounded by Tay Davis for Oklahoma. Again, a good look. Not a bad look at all. Nigel Pack a 3. This one rolls off. No good. Tunde Yesufu the rebound for Baylor.
That's 2 rare misses back-to-back by Pack, and both of his shots were really good looking. And now, I mean, a guy who shoots 49% from a three-point line is 1 for 4 out there.
Wow. Bears trail 47-40. They've got the ball. 2 minutes plus in second half. Isaac Williams the drive. Kick to Yesufu. Right corner 3. No good. Hit the right iron. Loose ball tipped by Williams. But Oklahoma has it. Darian Reed on the run out is fouled by Obi Agbum.
Yeah, it's a smart foul by Agbum, because if he doesn't stop that play with a foul at half court, it's a 2-on-1 for Oklahoma behind him. He's got a foul to give. Coach Drew calls those goody fouls, and that was a good goody foul. That's a goody-goody.
A double goody. It's second personal foul on Obi Agbum. Not a shooting foul. Sooners will inbound. Drop it inbounds to Pack. He'll give it back to Xavier Brown. Pretty good 1-2 punch at the guard position for Oklahoma, and they're playing without Dayton Forsythe, who's out with an ankle injury. Give to Darian Reed into the paint. He's fouled as he goes up for the shot. Driving to the bucket. Have maybe picked up the physicality a little bit here early in the second half.
Yeah, Wagi set a Congo screen there that, I mean, a guy 6'11", 255, he can set one. And what I mean by that is he's got a teammate coming with the ball, and he's trying to get position in the low post, and he turns himself from an offensive player to, I mean, a guy who's looking to score, to a screener, and he carved a wide open lane for Reed, who got his way to the free throw line.
Fouled by Caden Powell, his second personal foul. Here's Darian Reed shooting free throws, first time today. 76% free throw shooter in the year. He missed the first one, but he got the second one. Oklahoma as a team, 75%, and they hit 28 of 32 free throws the other night to beat Creighton. 87.5%. How about that? So the one free throw makes it an 8-point lead for the Sooners, 48-40. Bears ball. Here's Cam Carr, top of the key, gives to Yesufu. Looks to drive, cut off, back to Agbum. Left wing to Carr for 3. It's in. First made 3 today by Cameron Carr. Pulls the Bears within 5.
You know, I don't think they're going to make their living at the three-point line in the second half, but they need to make more than they made before that. 2 of 14 before that one went down.
It's 48-43. Bears trail by 5. They've trailed by as much as 10. In fact, it was 10 at halftime. Nearing the 16-minute mark, there's a steal. The pass into the paint, stolen away by Caden Powell. Up the floor to Carr. He lost the ball. Obi Agbum was there to pick it up. Agbum kicks it left side to Williams. He'll drive in left side, cut off. Gets it back outside to Carr. Carr a head fake on a 3. Now gives back to Isaac Williams, 10 to shoot. Carr still outside the arc to Isaac Williams again. Williams into the paint. Runner, good by Williams.
That's a great possession, and Isaac Williams was the catalyst for everything you saw happen. Not only that play to get the lead down, it was 10 at halftime. It's down to 3 now by the first media timeout.
48-45 is the score. Sooners ball. Darian Reed way outside to Brown. Left elbow pass to Tay Davis. Davis outside to Brown for three. It's no good. Rebound Cam Carr. Bears could pull within one or possibly tie this trip down the floor. Carr on the right wing around the screen of Caden Powell. He'll shoot a three and he hit it. Back-to-back threes by Cameron Carr. Timeout Porter Mosier. The Bears, with an 8-0 run, have tied the game at 48.
And, John, we said a few minutes ago the goal was to have that lead diminished. It was 10 at halftime by the first media timeout. Not only has it decreased, it has evaporated. We're tied at 48 by the first media timeout. And advantage Baylor in this second half. They came out. We said they needed to land a punch. They've landed it. We're now tied.
Couple of threes in there by Cam Carr, an 8-0 run, and we are tied at 48. Baylor in Oklahoma with 15:26 to play in the second half. You're listening to Baylor Bear Basketball in the College Basketball Crown from Las Vegas on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Looking for a fun night out with family or friends? Head to Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark and catch Baylor baseball this season. Single game tickets are on sale now.
They need to make an impact
$6
before the first media timeout.
That's
boom.
Stop by the ballpark.
You know, we did that against Minnesota.
Yeah, that's right.
We had a great start.
Plus $2 off general admission tickets. Grab your seats now at BaylorBears.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Baylor Ballpark.
Hellberg Barbecue is a family-owned business started here in Waco, Texas, and proud to serve the local area. They love to cater all kinds of events, big and small.
13-3.
Baylor and its families is one of their favorite
13-3 to start the
second
half.
And they ship barbecue nationwide. Check them out while here in Waco or online and support one of Waco's local barbecue restaurants, Hellberg Barbecue. Salt, pepper, and a whole lot of prayer.
Everything we do for you. Slam dunk benefits at First Central Credit Union. Tip off with free checking that pays cash, less fees, great rates, quick local loans, easy online applications, a free mobile app, secure remote control cards, 24/7 deposits, and more services at our ATMs, and a free new member t-shirt. Join today at firstcentralcu.com. We're your team. Everything we do for you.
All right. I like this.
Let's go, baby.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Well, we said an 8-0 run by the Bears. Baylor has outscored Oklahoma 13-3 to start the second half. Pat, that's how you wipe out a 10-point lead, and that's where we are now, tied at 48, 4.5 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, they continue to rebound, and they're getting a few stops. Now, they've been helped by a couple of misses, really uncharacteristic misses from Nigel Pack. I think Brown was way short on a three, and neither one of those guys was doing that in the first half, but still getting stops and getting the ball in transition. I don't think, well, I'll put it this way, the half-court offense by Baylor in this game has not been good. Where they have been good and have had some success is in the open floor. And now the Bears have been able to put some fast break points together. And you look up, and it's a 13-3 advantage for the Bears by the first media timeout, and we're tied.
Bears have hit 4 of 7 shots here in the second half. That includes 3 of 6 from three-point range. After Baylor was 2 of 14 from 3 in the first half. Pat, they've had 3 of their first 6 from beyond the arc in the second half.
Yeah, we knew they were going to have to shoot better. They were just at 43% in the first half. But to me, John, the key is, I mean, you threes are great, and obviously that's helped get this game tied. But what really matters, I think, more importantly, I'll put it that way, is that the Bears have held Oklahoma to just 3 points in 5 minutes. Got to play defense. The defense in the first half was not good. It's been much better here in the second.
Tied at 48 now, Baylor and Oklahoma. Two teams' net rankings coming into this game today. Oklahoma 48 net ranking, Baylor 50.
Wow.
That close in the net rankings.
That's interesting. And, you know, that's hard to do in the SEC for Oklahoma and in the Big 12 for Baylor.
Yeah. So two teams playing like they are that close in the net rankings with the score tied here. 15:26 to play. Sooners ball as we resume play. They have scored 3 points since halftime. Nigel Pack brings it into the front court. Shadowed by the defensive Isaac Williams. Pack has it on the right wing. Now Agbum on him. Give to Xavier Brown. Brown bounces to Darian Reed. Back outside to Pack. 3 is good.
You know, you just cannot fully appreciate his range. And you saw there the Baylor guards, the perimeter guards in that zone, gave him a little more space and thinking there's no way he's going to launch one from that spot on the floor, and he nailed it.
Sweet, easy shot there by Pack, the active NCAA leader and made 3-pointers. Puts the Sooners up by 3. Agbum has the ball knocked away, stolen by Oklahoma. Here's Pack up the floor. He is fouled by Tunde Yesufu. Again, a goodie foul there. Get him stop the play before he gets into shooting position. It's personal foul number 3 on the day on Yesufu.
You know, and I think one of the messages at halftime was use some goodie fouls, because in the first half, Oklahoma was able to get 13 points off of Baylor turnovers, and you've seen now in the second half, off of Baylor turnover, Agbum, that time Yesufu, killed the play with a foul so that Oklahoma's not able to go score on the turnovers that the Bears just committed.
And it gets us to a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside, 14:38 to play. Sooners lead the Bears 51-48 on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
We don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Toyota Tundra isn't just built in Texas. It's built
All right,
by
5
Texas.
minutes to an ID,
Every
Aaron.
line, weld, and seal, shaped with the pride, heat, and strength that only Texas really knows. The Tundra's built.
That changing of the guard has occurred.
Oh, Dr. Goodall's there. All right, welcome.
They passed the baton.
Yes, we passed the baton.
And to make new ones.
Remind me about the ID.
You want me to I think you can remember, or do you want a reminder?
I want a reminder.
Okay.
Longer, built louder.
Aaron told me last
built
time,
here.
right before we came back, and then I blew right past
The
it.
2026 Toyota Tundra, built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive
Uncle Charlie's going to get you.
Toyota.com today. Toyota. Let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Proudly serving Texas since 2007, Magnolia Realty is a full-service brokerage and a trusted neighbor, bridging expert industry knowledge with integrity and kindness. Known for their award-winning agents, Magnolia Realty understands the dynamics of making the real estate journey your own and the importance of trust from contract to close. You can find their local agents here in Waco and across the state, including in Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, and Temple. To get connected and learn more, visit magnoliarealty.com. Here's to home.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball. Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Here's a reminder, our Courtside cam is up and running today. It is brought to you by NextLink. NextLink, reliable high-speed internet for your home or business. More of a concourse cam today. It's our location, not courtside, but mid-level here inside the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Go to the Baylor Athletics YouTube channel, search Baylor Athletics or Courtside Cam, and you'll find the shot of Pat and I here calling this game, which the Bears had tied at 48. Now the Sooners on a Nigel Pack 3 have regained the lead, 51-48.
You know, and Nigel Pack was held pretty much in check in the first half, but you've just got to be aware of him wherever he is on the floor. He's a guy that can break this game open, really, and got that last 3 down. And the scouting report says on Pack, you cannot let him see space. And you really don't appreciate how little space that is. I mean, he doesn't need much to get his shot away, and that last 3 from him was an example. Gave him just a little bit too much space. He was able to launch one, and he separated these teams just by 3, but still a great start to the second half. And the Bears have changed the complexion of the game by the first media timeout. See if they can extend it here.
Nigel Pack started his collegiate career at Kansas State, played there for 2 years, went to Miami for 3 years, played with Norchad O'Meara.
He did.
And they went to a Final Four at Miami. And now here he is, a 6th year and playing in an Oklahoma uniform.
And, you know, John, thinking back to when Pack made the move from K-State to Miami, that was, at least as far as I can recall, the first big splash.
That's true.
In
That's
terms
true.
of a guy leaving for NIL.
Right.
Hitting
right.
the portal and going and finding money somewhere else. And, you can see everybody has followed suit. But I think Pack was the first guy to really gain notoriety doing that.
I agree with you completely. Pack's got the ball in his hands as Oklahoma puts it back in play. Here he is launching a long three. This one's no good. Long rebound tipped out, claimed by Xavier Brown. Sooners get a reset.
Yeah, long misses mean long rebounds, and those are hard to pull down.
Here's Brown on the left wing. Passes further left. A three that is no good. Rebound Cam Carr. Brings it up in a hurry. Drops it off for Tunde Yesufu. Now back to Cameron Carr. Bears trail 51-48, 14 minutes to play, second half. Caden Powell on the perimeter, hands the ball to Isaac Williams. Williams top of the key for Baylor. Looking to penetrate, nearly lost the ball. In fact, it was knocked away. He regained it. Drive, runner, tough shot. It's good.
You know, he went up. It looked like he was going to shoot it left-handed. In the air, he moved it to his right hand so he could just get the shot off.
Man, unbelievable shot there by Isaac Williams. Pulls the Bears within one at 51-50. Sooners ball. Pack has it on the left wing. Pass left elbow to Darian Reed. Reed bangs into Caden Powell. Shot up, no good. Partially tipped. Here's Tunde Yesufu on the run out, and he lays it in for the Baylor lead, 52-51.
That's just a great defensive play by Yesufu. He got the block and then did the rest. Took it 90 feet and finished at the rim.
Bears lead the game by 1, 13:03 to play. Short shot, no good. Missed by Oklahoma. Rebound Obi Agbum. Bears can increase their lead this trip down the floor. Agbum dribbles on the perimeter, directing traffic. Didn't hand the ball off to Carr, instead bounces to Tunde Yesufu. Yesufu spins to the baseline. He's in a double team, and he's fouled.
You know, yeah, go ahead, John.
Let's pause here 10 seconds for station identification. Back in 10 seconds on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
You know, we said a couple times, John, that Baylor's best offense at times has been Yesufu in the deep low post. Oklahoma was not letting it happen that time. He got it there, and it was a triple down from the perimeter, and he was able to draw the foul.
Zonwagi, that is his second of the day. Bears inbound. Agbum gives to Powell, top of the key. Powell way away from the basket, hands to Yesufu, drives down the paint, shot up, no good. Got his own miss, put it up, no good. Tip, no good. And finally rebounded by Oklahoma.
Great effort, though. Great effort by Yesufu. And that's a shot they want.
Here's Nigel Pack, and Isaac Williams running at him to defend him. I think he thought, and I did too, that Pack was going to go up with a shot. He didn't, and Williams just kind of plowed him over, picks up foul number 2.
You know, and I'm sure he's glad that he didn't go up to take a shot, because that would have been 3 free throws.
That's right.
Yeah.
So second personal on Williams. He'll go to the bench. Here comes Dan Skillings on. Very nice first half for Dan Skillings.
Yeah, he had 7 points in the first half and did that in just about 11 and a half minutes of play. He'll need to continue. I think if Skillings and Ratai both produce in this game, it's going to give the Bears a big chance to win it.
Sooners ball. They walk it across the timeline into the front court. Bears lead by 1, 52-51. 12:08 and counting, second half. Winner advances to the championship game of the Crown tomorrow afternoon. Into the paint now to Davis. Back outside. Shot blocked on the perimeter. Who got that? Carr?
That was Carr. That's his second.
With the block. And the loose ball, Obi Agbum has it for Baylor. Agbum into the paint. Gives it back to Skillings. Skillings drives. Cut off to Yesufu. Fakes a three. Lost the handle. Stolen away by Jaden Jones of Oklahoma. Now up the floor to Atak in three-point range. Cross court, left corner, three, bottom of the net by Tay Davis.
That's a great find by the Oklahoma offense. Great ball movement. Moved the ball around the perimeter faster than that Baylor zone could shift.
Sooners regain the lead, 54-52 over Baylor. 11-19 and counting, second half. Obi Agbum on the left wing, into the paint. Kicks it right side to Carr. Carr fakes a three. He'll drive. Contested at the rim, and he is fouled. Cameron Carr will go to the free throw line for 2 following a timeout. Good, strong drive by Carr. 2 free throws coming when we come back in a 2-point game. 11-10 on the clock, second half. It's Oklahoma 54, Baylor 52. You're listening to Baylor Bear Basketball in the College Basketball Crown from Las Vegas on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Jim Turner.
I didn't see Najee come in. I think he was in.
Was he?
I thought he was.
Thank you to all of our customers. Our dealership is more than a
he shows
business.
up here. Yeah, he must just come in.
Didn't have his warm-up on.
For a reliable new
I did not notice that.
Or award-winning service, we treat you like family.
Come see our new collision center, now open to serve
Whoever
you
gets theirs on
even
the
better
state
for many
in the
years to
tournament.
come.
Enjoy the game. Then
We're
come
going
see
this
us at
way,
Jim Turner
and
Chevrolet
Najee's
in
trying to
McGregor.
relieve pressure.
Together,
They're pressing
let's
us.
drive.
And he comes running up the
If you
sideline
did
through
the
the
new
bar.
location of Green Eye
Goes right,
Associates
almost
yet,
knocked him
you'll
out.
still receive the same award-winning service and excellent care from Dr. Trey
Hey,
and her dedicated optometrists and staff. But now conveniently located in Woodway, right off of Highway 84. Come see the
Don't hit him
expanded
in the
optical
hands.
showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like
So I think that
IPL
lead was our
treatments
first
for
since it was
dry eye
1-0.
symptoms and the brand new
Yeah.
Sports Vision technology. Green Eye
our
Associates,
largest
the
lead was
official
1.
optometrists
Yeah.
of Baylor Athletics.
So we led 1-0, and then we just led 52-51.
Do you want to earn points while cheering on your favorite Baylor teams? Join Baylor Bold Rewards. Track your attendance on the Baylor Sports app across athletic events and earn points towards prizes and experiences. Download the Baylor Sports app or register online today at BaylorBoldRewards.com and start earning your points today.
You're listening to Baylor men's basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Well, 2-point game here in Las Vegas. Oklahoma has regained the lead over Baylor, 54-52. If you say, wait a minute, regained the lead, what happened? Because the Sooners led by 10 at halftime. Bears came out to start the second half and outscored the Sooners 13-3 to tie it. Then Baylor briefly had the lead, 52-51. That was the first time Baylor has led in the game since it was 6-5. 4 minutes into the game. That's the last time Baylor led until they had that 52-51 lead.
Yeah, and I think the defense in the second half has been a lot better. We said at halftime it just needed to be. Oklahoma shot 51% from the floor in the first half. In the second half, 27%. They made just 3 of 11 shots, 2 of 8 threes. And some of that ball's just not going in. But I think more of it is the Bears' pressure defense has been pretty good. Now it's pressure out of a zone, but it's what they call the 11 zone because the two perimeter defenders at the top anyway, and that's primarily Agbem and Williams, are trying to apply a lot of pressure because you can't let just Brown and Pack in this game stand out there and take target practice, and they haven't done that.
Well, Baylor has 5 block shots in this game as well. Oklahoma has just 1. Remember, we talked to Coach Drew. Part of our pregame visit was how athletic this Oklahoma team was. And not that that's the end-all, be-all block shots, but I think it does speak to athleticism for Baylor. And Cam Carr has 2 or 3 block
He's
shots.
got 2.
2 block shots.
And Yesufu with 3.
How about that?
Yeah. And again, that just the in the first half, you got the feeling Oklahoma never really got uncomfortable offensively. Second half, there is a little more discomfort. Got a long, long way to go in this game, but you just get the feeling just the tone of the game is way different. Bears are competing primarily on the defensive side. That's why they're down just 2, having been down 10 at halftime.
Really a treat to visit with Lon Kruger at halftime, former Oklahoma coach. Started to go through how many of the schools he coached at. I could remember. I didn't want to do that in front of him. He did coach a lot of places and was very successful at I think all of them. And then in a stint in the pros with the Atlanta Hawks.
Hawks.
Cameron Carr shooting free throws here. First one is good. A second one would tie the game at 54.
What a gentleman he is.
Very much.
Yeah, love being around him.
Second free throw by Carr is good. He hit them both. We are tied at 54 with 11 minutes, 10 seconds to play.
See if the Bears stay in their zone. Looks like they're going to. It's been good to them. They've gone zone, I think, from the opening possession of the second half.
Pat James Najee is in there at a post position for the Bears. Haven't seen him the last few games for Baylor at all. Sooners ball, bounce to Reed, left elbow, turnaround jumper in and out, no good. Loose ball tipped out, Atak has it. He'll pass it to Reed down low. Shot, no. Scramble for the loose ball. Oklahoma has it again. Xavier Brown on the left wing. 3 by Atak. No good. Short. And Cameron Carr has the rebound for Baylor.
You know, he's not scoring big today. Talking about Carr, he does have 10 in the game, but that is his 10th rebound of the ball game. He's got a double-double.
Bears look to regain the lead. Carr's jumper in the paint, no good. Loose ball rolls out. Xavier Brown chases it down. On the alley-oop on the break, the flush by Kaul Atak.
Yeah, and you could tell Brown had his eyes on Atak the entire fast break. Oklahoma had numbers, and Atak was on the far side, running the far side lane, and was all over the rim.
Obi Agbum, a 3, left wing is no good. Loose ball tipped out, and Cameron Carr has it for the Bears. They get a reset after the miss. Agbum launches another 3. This one front iron, no good. Rebounded by Oklahoma's Kai Rogers. Oh, and he threw it away. Tried to feed Xavier Brown on the right wing and threw it into the front row, far side of the court.
Yeah, nice work by Najee on the defensive glass that time. He was able to save a possession, didn't bring down a clean defensive rebound, but kept it alive, gave the Bears another 20 on their shot clock.
9:42 on the clock. Oklahoma leads by 2, 56-54. Bears inbounding. Inbounds it comes to Najee, and he is fouled pretty quickly there. Fouled by Mohamed Wagi. That's his 3rd personal. He's got 3. Atak has 3. For Baylor, Yesufu has 3. Carr drops it inbounds now to Obi Agbum. To Skillings, top of the key. Skillings drives around Atak, kicks it left side. 3 ball, no good by Obi Agbum.
You know, it's your best shooter shooting a pretty good looking shot on the pitch from Najee to the outside. Just did not go down.
Pass by Oklahoma intended in the left corner to Jaden Jones. Knocked out of bounds by Dan Skillings, who jumped in that passing lane. So with 9:22 showing on the clock, Sooners will inbound near side court right in front of their bench, leading by 2.
Yeah, Bears in a bit of a lull here. They've missed their last 6 shots and down by 2, but you're going to have a dip in every game. You just got to work your way through it. It's really the first dip of the second half for this team offensively.
Sooners put the ball back in play. Give it right elbow to Wagi. Back outside it comes to Jaden Jones. Now to Nigel Pack. Pack to Jones for 3. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Skillings had it, knocked out of bounds. Skillings touched it last, so it goes over to Oklahoma.
You know, and those long-range threes, when they don't go in, are really hard to rebound. That one was a little more up for grabs in an area where Skillings was able to get to it, just could not bring it down cleanly.
Sooners inbound, leading by 2. Give it to Pack. 3, drained it from the right wing.
Unbelievable. I mean, his range and his ability to get a shot off that quickly is really impressive. I mean, the guy's 5'10", so he doesn't have long to let it go, and it doesn't take long.
That's it. He is deadly accurate, but he's got such a quick release also. He's hit 3 threes here in the game today. Bears trail by 5. Isaac Williams looks to drive right side of the paint. Cut off, gives it back to Yesufu. Yesufu deep in the right corner. He'll pass it back outside to Isaac Williams. Passes left side, and Williams is fouled right at the top of the key. That foul's going to be on Mohamed Wagi. And that is his 4th. If it is Wagi, it is. That's his 4th personal.
Yeah, that hurt. I mean, we talked about the length that Oklahoma brings. In fact, in their rotation, they got 2 6'10s, they got a 6'9, they got a 6'11, and Wagi is the 6'11. Gives them a lot of rim protection.
Wagi will sit with his 4th personal foul. Bears ball. Skillings, 3, left side is good by the senior Dan Skillings Jr.
Boy, they needed that. They just needed a bucket, and a 3 is an added benefit. That comes from a guy who, on the scouting report, says you don't really have to guard him at the three-point line.
30% during the season shooting 3s. That's a big one. Pulls Baylor within 2. There's an alley-oop lob to Rogers underneath. Saves it in bounds, but right to Cameron Carr. Oh, and then Carr coming up the floor. Lost the ball out of bounds. Baylor on a break. turns it over, and the Sooners have the ball back.
Yeah, just an unforced error, and that's unfortunate. Carr was looking up the floor to see what was there. Bears had numbers, but he just lost the handle on it about 35 feet from the Baylor bucket.
An encouraging pat on the backside from Scott Drew, who was standing right there. The ball rolled out of bounds right to Coach Drew.
Just happens.
It did. Turnover Bears, Sooners ball when we come back. 7:56 to play from Las Vegas. It's Oklahoma 59, Baylor 57 on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Baylor fans, ready to keep it cool this season? Ice and Easy delivers premium ice, lightning fast.
That would have been a fast break.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
construction sites,
tie it up,
concerts, and races. Ice and Easy has you covered. Game day or work day, keep your drinks cold and your spirits bold. Ice and Easy, we deliver, you chill. Proud supporter of the Baylor Bears.
Hey Baylor fans, Baylor softball season is currently underway. Come be a part of the action at Getterman Stadium all season long with single game tickets. With general admission tickets starting at just $8, there's no better way to enjoy elite college softball. And if you're coming with friends or family, group tickets are available for $5 each. Get your Baylor softball single game tickets now at BaylorBears.com/tickets.
Rookie home buyer? Slam dunk buying a home with First Central Credit Union. We are opening doors to home ownership. First Central's open door mortgage loans up to 95% of the appraised home value. Our starting lineup includes low closing costs, no points, low origination fees, flexible terms, and competitive rates. Thinking about refinancing your mortgage loan? This play works for you too. Apply online at firstcentralcu.com. We're your team. Everything we do for you.
Some restrictions apply. Rates subject to change. Equal housing lender. Member NCUA.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Well, an unfortunate, unforced turnover by Baylor. Looked like they may have numbers on a break following a steal at the other end of Oklahoma. But the turnover, number 11 on the day by the Bears. Oklahoma counters with 6 turnovers today. And this Oklahoma team doesn't turn over much. Average 9.9 turnovers per game. They've been in single digits in turnovers 20 times this season. So they're not going to help you much. And the Bears, not a hugely damaging number of 11. But that one just hurt. It was so obvious, kind of an unforced turnover.
Yeah, and John, maybe the silver lining is that it was not a live ball turnover that allowed Oklahoma to feed off of it. Sooners in this game still have a big advantage in terms of points off turnovers. 16-2, Oklahoma leads in that category. I mean, it's 16 points off of what is now 11 turnovers. Bears was just 2 points off those turnovers you just described, John. But that's a huge improvement because it was 13-zip at halftime. Bears have done a better job. And also, John, I think the pace of the game has been more controlled by Baylor than Oklahoma. Oklahoma scores 83 points a game on the season, and now we're just under 8 to play, and both teams are in the 50s.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You wouldn't want to get into a track meet, really. You wouldn't want to get into a three-point shooting contest with these Sooners. It is a 2-point game as play resumes. Oklahoma's ball. Sooners lead it 59-57. Creighton and West Virginia to follow here in Las Vegas. 2 winners meet tomorrow for the championship of the Crown. Underneath, Tay Davis shot no good, but a foul is called. I think this is on Caden Powell, who is back in there at the post position. Saw James Najee briefly for the Bears. And it is third personal on Caden Powell.
Yeah, that's going to send Davis to the line. He has not been in the line today, and on the season, just under 70% from the line. Really productive shooter there, or active free throw shooter, gets there a lot. This first one's good.
Notre Dame transfer, 6'9" senior, originally from Indianapolis. What's going on in Indianapolis this weekend?
Oh, just another beautiful weekend. Reminds me of our weekend in Indianapolis 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the 5-year anniversary of Baylor's national championship.
That's what's happening.
Is what they're celebrating in Indianapolis this weekend. We'll bring that up every opportunity we get. 2 free throws good by Tay Davis. 4-point lead for the Sooners. Isaac Williams hits Skillings. His defender fell down. He drives and he banks it in.
Well, that's a big bucket. I mean, they're all big now, but that's a high percentage shot. Another paint point for the Bears and a really good, deliberate, patient half-court set.
61-59, 2-point game. Sooners lead it with 7:14 to play. Into the paint. Tay Davis up with his left hand and in.
You know, you're vulnerable in that zone when you get a guy like Davis at the free throw line who can do a lot of things. And he's got a couple of buckets after a timeout. He's got 4 points in a row.
63-59. Sooners lead by 4. Under 7 minutes to play. Isaac Williams will drive. He's cut off by Pack. He shoots over him and hits it. Baseline left.
You know, he was trying to bail himself out. He was looking for an outlet pass and finally just figured he had Pack on his hip. He could shoot over him. Got a big bucket.
63-61. Oklahoma leads by 2. Pass in the left flat to Tay Davis. Dribbles into the paint. He'll kick it back outside to Pack with 9 to shoot. Watch out. Pack working against Cam Carr. Jumps, shoots, and scores.
What do you do about that?
Man.
I mean, you're talking about a 5'10 guy shooting over 6'6 Cameron Carr. Carr, a shot blocker, already has 2 in this game. Just not much you can do.
Just that natural fade away. It wasn't a 3. It was about an 18-footer, but 2 more for Nigel Pack. Sooners lead by 4. Here is a 3 by Yesufu that's no good. Sooners rebound. Pack up the floor to Brown. Brown picks up his dribble. Oh, nice pass underneath, leads to the dunk by Darian Reed.
Yeah, what happened? Carr went for a block and took himself out of the play, took a head fake, left the floor, and then Oklahoma had numbers and they found the right guy. They were playing 5-on-4, and the open guy was Reed.
Sooners have hit their last 4 shots from the floor. They go up by 6 on Baylor. Timeout, Scott Drew. Baylor timeout comes with 5:40 to play. Looks like a short timeout. We will keep it right here. 5:40 on the clock. But, Pat, the Sooners have upped their lead to 6 at 67-61.
Yeah, and this is the part of the game, 5:40 to play, getting close to what Coach Drew calls the 5 to grind. And I think we said this a lot this season, but it's true in this game as well. I think if this game's going to be won by the Bears, it's going to be won on the defensive end. Bears have enough firepower. They can score enough, I think, to win, but they're going to have to get stops. Have to in a game like this where hopefully you're looking for a 1 or 2 possession game. If you're going to get stops, now's the time to start racking them up.
Pat, among the Baylor contingent here, your man Paul Foster, his wife Alejandra Foster. Great to see them seated by Brad and Linda Livingstone in those primo seats courtside right next to the Baylor bench, as they should be.
As they should be.
Where would you like to sit?
You know, I kind of like where we are.
I mean, you asked the Fosters and you asked the Livingstones. Where would you like to sit?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, take your pick.
That's good.
Yeah. It's really been fun having Brad and Linda around.
Yeah.
What's great, John, is we're the conversations we're having with Linda are all sports.
That's
all
right.
Basketball, all the time.
She is so into it. Here we go, back to play as Isaac Williams feeds Cameron Carr. He goes in for one of those rim-rattling dunks, and he is fouled. He didn't get the shot, but he will get 2 free throws.
Bears needed something out of that timeout, and as is usually the case, Coach Drew scripted something where he could give his team the best chance to score, and that's usually Cameron Carr with the ball at the rim. Gets a couple of free throws. That's exactly what they were looking for. Gets a couple down here. That lead could cut to 4 with 5.5 to play.
You know, and I thought it was Kai Rogers, who's 6'10", who contested that shot. It wasn't. It was Nigel Pack, who's 5'10", and he got the foul, his second, and the first free throw is no good. So a miss at the line by Cam Carr. 2 of 3 today. Every opportunity crucial here with 5.5 minutes remaining. Bears down by 6. Second went in and out. He missed them both. Wow, 2 big misses by Carr.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage of the game, 2 missed free throws are like a turnover.
67-61. Sooners maintain a 6-point lead. Tay Davis drives, right baseline. Nice pass to Rogers, the left-hand lay-in for 2.
Bears doing a good job defending the perimeter, but that's leaving the baseline a little more open, and those baseline players for Oklahoma can pass it and get it where it needs to be.
69-61. Bears trail by 8 with 5:05 remaining. Winner advances to the championship game tomorrow. Here's a drive by Skilling. Scoop it up. No good, but the ball knocked out of bounds by Oklahoma. Although Darian Reed is circling his finger to Coach Porter Mosier, asking for a review of that play. Mosier turns to the video guy there. Haven't the video guys become one of the most important guys on the bench?
That's right. It's what did you see? What did you see?
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty common gesture by a player who's involved in a play like that, is the spinning of the finger. We're going to see it again.
They're not going to ask for a review. They're not going to ask for a review. Bears inbound. Ball goes into the back court. Williams gets it, and it's an over and back, although Isaac Williams and Scott Drew feel like it was touched by Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well, think about this, John. The Bears' last possession missed a couple of free throws and then turn it over their next possession where the game is on the line. You're at 5 to grind, had a chance to get that lead down to 4 and missed the free throws, and then that turnover is going to give Oklahoma the chance to extend their lead even further.
Scott Drew will not ask for a review on this one either. Sooners ball. Turnover Bears, 69-61. Oklahoma leads it. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to play in one of these two teams' season. Xavier Brown has it on the right wing, gives to Pack on the left wing. Left corner to Reed. Diagonal pass out to Brown for three, and he drains the three.
And, John, that is another point off turnover. That's a bucket, a three off of a Baylor turnover. It is a 21-2 advantage, Oklahoma, in points off turnovers.
Wow. First bucket of the second half by Xavier Brown. A dagger three that puts the Sooners up by 11, their biggest lead today. Carr to Skillings. Skillings for three. It's no good, too strong. Rebound, Caden Powell. Caught under the bucket, gives it out to Isaac Williams. He'll drive, runner, no, but a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, and John, the Bears absolutely needed something there. Great job by Powell to extend the possession, but Bears going to have to get stops, take care of the basketball, be tight with the ball. They've turned it over now 12 times, which is not that excessive, but when your opponent is scoring on virtually every one of them, that's a problem. Particularly when the game's on the line, Bears going to have to make a run. Down 11 now with 4:05 to play.
9-0 run by the Sooners. Free throws good by Isaac Williams. You know, I don't know why. I guess this is the point in the game, but those two missed free throws by Carr were just very costly.
Yeah. And then you follow that up with a turnover, which Oklahoma gets a three off of. So it was 67-61 when Carr was at the line, missed those two. And now that sequence we just described gave Oklahoma an 11-point lead. Two free throws by Williams get it down to 9.
72-63, 9-point lead for Oklahoma. Now exactly 4 minutes to play in this game. Semifinal game of the college basketball crown here at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Sooners maybe take a little time off the clock here with a 9-point lead. Brown feeds Davis, drives down the paint. He is fouled on his layup attempt. Tay Davis will go to the line for two following a timeout. Foul on Isaac Williams. 3:47 to play. Our score, Oklahoma 72, Baylor 63. You're listening to Baylor Bear Basketball from the College Basketball Crown on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Proudly serving Texas since
so
2007.
We had it
Magnolia Realty is a full-service brokerage and a trusted neighbor, bridging expert industry knowledge
right
with integrity and kindness. Known for their award-winning agents, Magnolia Realty understands the dynamics of making the real estate journey your own and the importance of trust from contract to close. You can find their local agents here in Waco and across the state, including in Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, and Temple. To get connected and learn more, visit magnoliarealty.com. Here's to home.
We don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Toyota Tundra isn't just built in Texas. It's built by Texas.
That stretch was bad.
Every line
Bad.
Shaped with the
you know,
heat and strength.
Had a good free throw shooter who misses two. It's so deflating.
Yeah, that's it. You wouldn't expect that at all.
And points are hard to come by.
Yeah.
Built to carry tradition and to make moves. Built to roll with the punches and to go the distance. Built stronger.
They're
built
6
louder,
for their last 6.
built
We haven't had a field goal in 2:59. The only points we've got are the 2 free throws.
Built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
3 minutes, 47 seconds to play in regulation. Baylor trails Oklahoma 72-63. Get the feeling right now OU has all the momentum. Things are sort of slipping away for the Bears at this point.
Yeah, John, you made a good point during the break. Oklahoma has made its last 6 shots, and the Bears have not had a field goal in the last basically 3 minutes, 2:59. And that's at crunch time. I mean, that's at 5 to grind time. And that one sequence that you and I talked about, with about 5 minutes to play, Bears had it to 63-61. Oklahoma makes a couple of buckets, so it's 67-61. Carr misses a couple of free throws, and then next possession, Bears turned it over, a 3 by Oklahoma off the turnover, and then the lead's 11. And it just puts themselves, Baylor, in a position that's you're having to catch up against a team that handles the ball well, makes free throws really well, and 3:47 to play, down by 9. Not a lot of room for error, and you don't want to play catch-up against a team like Oklahoma.
9-point advantage right now. Sooners have led by as much as 11 in the game today. And this is it. I mean, you talk about crunch time, grind to 5. This is it for your season right here. Either the Bears start making up ground right here, or their season comes to an end on April 4th in the semifinals of this tournament.
Well, it's something they can do. I mean, it's just going to take some defensive plays. Got to get stops, and I don't think it takes a bunch of threes, but it's all going to start on the defensive end. Got to get defensive rebounds. The Bears have rebounded really well today. 32-28, they lead in that category. Got to flex those muscles down the stretch here.
Turnovers just 12 by Baylor, only 6 by Oklahoma on the day. Baylor's out-rebounded the Sooners, both total rebounds and offensive rebounds. Boy, those points off turnovers.
Killer.
Just a killer.
Killer. I mean, Coach Drew's eyes are going to go to that one statistic.
Yep,
That's just and it's not excessive. It's 12 turnovers by the Bears, but as we said a minute ago, Oklahoma scored on virtually every one of them.
21-2 is the number right now, points off turnovers. Tay Davis shooting free throws for the Sooners. First one is good. Second one is also good. He hits a couple there. The lead is 11 for Oklahoma, 74-63. Isaac Williams drives all the way to the baseline. Now kicks it back outside. 3 by Carr is no good. Carr had a good look from the right wing, left it just short. Sooners ball, leading by 11 with 3.5 minutes to play. On the perimeter, Nigel Pack gives to Xavier Brown. Brown gets the screen, drives into the paint, head fake. Isaac Williams holding his ground. Shot will roll off, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Oklahoma's Mohamed Wagi.
Well, and that's Baylor's first stop. Hopefully it's the first of many with 3:09 to play. But what a luxury for Oklahoma. Their best players are their guards, and they've got the ability to control the tempo of this game and the shot clock with possession.
Pass underneath intended for Powell is saved by Cameron Carr, and then he is undercut there by Tay Davis going for a loose ball. And that could have been bad. You know, Cam Carr's kind of rubbery, you know, just sort of like Gumby. He can bend a lot of different ways, but that looks scary.
Well, Tay Davis reaches out, grabs his hand, and helps him off the floor. He knew that was a foul all the way. But this is a good spot for the Bears to be in. They are able to get points and not lose any time on the clock in the process. Carr missed his last 2 free throw attempts. These would be important.
Foul on Davis, his second. Here's Carr to the line where he's 2 of 4 today. 81% on the year. 2 points in the first half total for Cameron Carr, Baylor's leading scorer. He's sitting at 10 points total right now. It is a double-double, his first double-double since the West Virginia game. for Cameron Carr.
Yeah, I mean, even when he wasn't scoring the ball, sometimes your inability to score affects your defense and your effort. That has not been the case. Carr was getting rebounds when the ball wasn't going in the hole. He's got 11.
It's 2 big free throws here. So Carr, 2 free throws, and Baylor climbs within 9, 74-65 with 3 minutes to play. Backcourt pressure by Baylor. Pack breaks it. Pass across the timeline to Darian Reed. He is fouled immediately by Obi Agbo.
Well, they're at a point now where you've got to get a quick steal of the basketball. Still 2:54 to play, but Coach Drew's kind of put this into gear at this stage of the game. Find the guys that you think are going to create your best chance, Oklahoma's best chance to miss a free throw. That's what the Bears are counting on here. But this is a 75% free throw shooter in Reed.
And the first one is good. He'll get the bonus. That is team foul number 7 on Baylor. Both teams are in the bonus. Reed, second free throw. Dead perfect. It's 76-65. Sooners lead by 11 again. Isaac Williams into the paint, tries the right-hand layup. It is swatted out of bounds. Swatted into the front row on the far side of the floor.
And that's what you call rim protection. I mean, you think about it, Isaac Williams,
like.
I mean, he had broken his defender down, turned the corner on him, but he gets to the rim. I mean, he's not even halfway done when he makes that initial move, and the ball was swatted out of bounds.
Inbounds to Carr, to Yesufu. Runner, no, but he is fouled. Tunde Yesufu will go to the line for 2 free throws. So the clock stops with 2 minutes, 42 seconds remaining.
Yeah, needed to score here, but the Bears have got to do a lot more than just match baskets with Oklahoma with 2:42 to play.
Tunde Yesufu, 2 of 3 shooting free throws today. First one is good. 11 points at halftime. Now just 3 points in the second half so far for Tunde Yesufu.
Yeah, and Oklahoma had not shot it well to start second half. Second free throw by Yesufu is good. They're now up to 45% in the second half. So the Bears landed a punch by the first media timeout, but their defense has not been consistent enough to give them a real chance.
The backcourt pressure again by Baylor. Oklahoma breaks it. Darian Reed has it on the right baseline. He'll kick it back outside to run a little clock. Ball in the hands of Nigel Pack, way outside the arc on the left side, near the Crown logo at midcourt. Pack now gives it into the paint to Davis. Davis lost the handle, but was he fouled? He was not fouled. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Baylor, and Davis is slow to get up.
Yeah, and I think Caden Powell called for the review. I think Coach Drew's going to take it.
Okay.
It's an important time to take it. It's a better time to win it.
Yeah. I think first review of the day, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So clock stops with 2:17 remaining. Bears trailing by 9 to Oklahoma. Difference here would be Baylor's ball. If they reverse the call, if it stays, it'll be Oklahoma's ball on their baseline. Fun to see our man Gus Johnson doing TV with Jim Jackson for Fox today. Gus, whose first job out of college was in Waco at KXXV TV, Channel 25. He was trading stories with Melvin Hunt prior to the game. Melvin was playing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And Gus has really good memories. I mean, he talks about Melvin. They lived in the same apartment complex.
Oh, that's true.
How about that?
Yeah. I had a chance to visit with him when we were at Kansas. He was doing that game.
Yep.
And he is an interesting dude.
He really is.
I mean, we talked about everything, but my takeaway was he really did appreciate it. Didn't spend a lot of time in Waco, but the time he did spend, he really loved.
He did.
Yeah,
he always talks about it. He'll bring up, you talk to him for 2 minutes, and he'll bring up the name Grant Taff. He brought up the name Michael Johnson. Michael was there running when Gus was in town. And he was talking about Melvin, and he was talking about those teams. So that's pretty cool.
Well, we've talked a lot about how the Bears, if they were going to win this game, they needed to do it more on the defensive than the offensive side, just because I think the offense will be there. But, man, Oklahoma has been awfully good down the stretch. They've made 6 of their last 7 shots, and the Bears have not been able to answer those. They're 0 for 5. In fact, they don't have a field goal in their last 4.5 minutes. And that all got started really, and Oklahoma figured out how to win this game, or made winning plays right at crunch time, which is 5 minutes to go in the half. In the game. And the Bears really had no answer for that. If you compare just what's happened in the last 5 minutes of this game, heavily weighted in favor of Oklahoma.
Okay, I think Baylor is successful in that challenge. They point Baylor's direction. So Caden Powell, he's a smart guy. He's not going to signal for a review unless he feels pretty good about it. And he is correct, and so Baylor has the ball. Down by 9, 2:15 to play. Here is Isaac Williams, the lob for Carr, and he couldn't get the handle on it. Ball goes flying away, and Oklahoma claims it. Here's Nigel Pack in a trap, and Porter Mosier steps up and calls a timeout to bail him out.
Yeah, and I think that alley-oop play was called by Coach Drew as the teams were at their respective benches and the officials were reviewing the play. And I think Caden Powell was thinking, I need to be a rebounder, and he went to the wrong side of the basket, and I thought he interfered with the ability of Carr to get up, take the pass, which was a good one, and finish it.
Yeah, they were both right there.
They were, yeah.
Like both of them jumping for the rim at the same time in the same spot, same side of the basket. So Carr never able to get his hands on it.
Yeah, a lot of traffic there at the rim. And the Bears desperately needed that one. Still don't have a field goal in a long, long time.
Meanwhile, Oklahoma's hit 6 of their last 7 shots from the floor. And they've kept Baylor at arm's length, now leading by 9, 76-67 is the Sooner lead.
Well, and I think now, again, same MO. You've got to find a quick turnover, get a quick steal, or begin to foul Oklahoma, and you start looking through the stat sheet on Oklahoma to determine who you foul. It's not Pack, it's not Brown. It's maybe Tay Davis among the guys that are out there.
Davis 70% himself. Inbounds for the Sooners. Now they get the ball back across the timeline into the front court. Brown gives to Pack. Those two guys will keep possession of the ball the majority of the time. Shot clock down to 10. Game clock down to 1:48. Here is Brown, free throw line, left open, jumper, good by Xavier Brown.
And that's why Oklahoma is so hard to play catch-up against. Their guards control the game when they have to. Not only can they run the clock down, they can finish the clock with a bucket like that one from Brown.
Here's Isaac Williams, dribbles all the way onto the bucket, now gives it back to Caden Powell. His shot is up, no good, maybe partially blocked. It does go out of bounds off of an Oklahoma Sooner. And Porter Mosier is trying to decide if he wants to challenge that. He will not, so it's Baylor's ball to inbound with 1:26 to go. Bears down by 11.
Yeah, it's been a consistent 11-point double-digit lead for Oklahoma since about the 5.5-minute mark.
Agbum a 3, no good. Rebounded by Tay Davis, and he is fouled. Foul's going to be on Baylor's Isaac Williams, his 3rd of the day. Will walk to the near end. Oklahoma will shoot free throws. And the Bears just not able to cut into that Sooner lead substantially. It is, at the moment, 11 points, 78-67.
Yeah, and I think, John, it goes back to a very consistent problem Baylor has had all season long. You look at their defensive efficiency numbers, and they're just not good. Haven't been good all season long. It spiked up a little bit, a couple of games where they were able to play a higher level of defense. But for the most part, that has not been the case. It has not been the case today. When you can't clamp a team down defensively at crunch time, you're not going to win many games.
Davis misses the free throw, won't get the bonus. Bears, Carr, 3, no good. Rebound, Pack, the outlet to Davis. Oh, and he is grabbed and wrestled down to the ground by Cameron Carr. That's going to be an obvious flagrant foul on Carr. He just wanted to make sure, he didn't get in position to get a shooting foul, and he just grabbed him around the chest. So Sooners are going to get the ball, free throws, and then the ball with 1:07 to play.
Yeah, he just didn't make a play on the ball. It was clear. He was just he didn't really emphatically tackle Davis to the ground, but that was the net result. And then he turns around and helps Davis up. But it's just a bad way to end this game. That score is now going to get really extended. I think what we're going to see at the end is not representative of how this game actually went.
First free throw's good. Second one also good by Tay Davis. Now it's 13, 80-67. Sooners lead over the Bears with 1:07 remaining. And Oklahoma has possession of the ball. If that was called a flagrant one on Cameron Carr. Inbounds it comes to Muhammad Wagi. Gives it on the left wing to Davis. Pass back right wing to Xavier Brown with 1 minute to play. Brown trapped near midcourt. Gives to Wagi. To Davis. Drive, layup, missed it. Caden Powell, the rebound. Here's Cameron Carr for the Bears up the floor. Pull-up three is no good. Nigel Pack, smallest man on the floor, gets the rebound. He'll give to Darian Reed, who gets the emphatic dunk and the exclamation point for Oklahoma.
Yeah, and I thought that was going to happen. It's a 15-point lead for Oklahoma. It was a 6-point lead at the 5:40 mark, so this final score is not going to be representative of how the game went.
Carr missed a layup but followed it up and put it in. So 2 by Cam Carr. It's 82-69 with 30 seconds to play. Scott Drew motions his team to back off. Sooners will dribble out the final 22 seconds. And Baylor's season comes to an end here in the semifinals of the college basketball crown. It'll be a loss to the Oklahoma Sooners today. 82-69 OU over Baylor.
You see Coach Drew and Coach Moser talk to each other at midcourt. A lot of respect between those two guys, these two programs. And, John, it's a disappointing loss. It's not a great way to end the season. Don't want to end it on a loss. But I thought really the Bears were positioned and worked themselves into a position to have a really good chance to win this game when it was going to be up for grabs at about 5.5 minutes to play, and just weren't able to make plays. Particularly on the defensive side of the floor, as Oklahoma finishes making 8 of its last 10 shots.
Wow. So the Sooners really poured it on down the stretch. Give them credit. Oklahoma's now won 10 of their last 13 games and 8 of their last 9. They'll play for the College Basketball Crown Championship tomorrow against the winner of the upcoming game, Creighton and West Virginia here in Las Vegas. Baylor's season comes to an end, a 17-17 overall record on the year for Scott Drew and the Bears. Final score, Oklahoma 82, Baylor 69. Stay with us. The First Central Credit Union postgame show is coming up next here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Bluebonnet Health Services has been caring for Central Texans since 2004. Bluebonnet is locally owned and operated, which allows them the most interaction with patients each and every day, promoting compassionate care and integrity. They provide hands-on attention to their patients through a staff with years of experience. Bluebonnet Health Services provides home health care, supportive care,
and then he just
hospice.
said, "We'll keep you posted."
Remember, it's your health, your choice.
Hey,
Ask your doctor
how are you, man?
for Bluebonnet Health
Good.
Services.
Hey,
Hi,
Hop.
I'm Jim Turner at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. As we celebrate our 10th year anniversary, I want to say thank you to all of our customers.
I do not.
Our dealership is more than a
Where is
business
it?
to me. That's why when you come see us,
Oh,
you're
you're
reliable
kidding.
new
Oh, I
service,
wasn't even
our
here.
award-winning
Wow.
service,
I wasn't here.
We treat you like family.
Like
Come see our
nobody.
new collision center.
Now open to serve you even better for many years to come.
Enjoy the game. Then come see us at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. Together, let's drive.
How'd that happen?
Have you been to the new location of Green Eye Associates yet? You'll
Oh,
still
that's
receive
funny.
The same
That
award-winning
is funny.
service and excellent care from Dr. Green and her
Thank
dedicated
you.
optometrists
That's pretty good.
and staff.
Well, that was
But
the
now
Twilight Zone, wasn't it?
Lonely
conveniently
man.
located in Woodway, right off of Highway 84. Come see the expanded optical showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like
Oopsie.
IPL treatments for dry eye symptoms and the brand new sports vision technology. Green Eye Associates, the official optometrists of Baylor Athletics.
Hellberg Barbecue is a family-owned business started here in Waco, Texas, and proud to serve the local area. They love to cater all kinds of events, big and small. Serving Baylor and its families is one of their favorite things, and they even ship barbecue nationwide. Check them out while here in Waco or online and support one of Waco's local barbecue restaurants, Hellberg Barbecue. Salt, pepper, and a whole lot of prayer.
This has been live coverage of Baylor men's basketball. Now, it's time for the First Central Credit Union postgame show. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. TFNB, the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Nissan, innovation that excites. Lidman, America's trusted brand name in cleaning.
Alrighty,
Premier ER and Urgent Care. Feel better now. Stay tuned as we break down the game, listen to highlights, and talk with Coach Drew, players, and more. All coming up on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And welcome into the First Central Credit Union postgame show. It's brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. From Las Vegas, where Baylor basketball season comes to an end today, an 82-69 loss to the Oklahoma Sooners. The Bears bow out in the semifinals of the college basketball crown. Oklahoma has one spot in tomorrow's championship game. West Virginia and Creighton are warming up on the floor. The winner of that game will be in the championship game opposite Oklahoma today. And Pat, as we look at this one and wrap it up and try to put things in perspective, Bears had it. It was a 2-point game with, I'm going to say, about 6 minutes, maybe 6.5 minutes to play. It was 63-61. Oklahoma led Baylor. And that's when the lid was on the bucket after that for Baylor. Couldn't buy a field goal. Oklahoma wasn't missing hardly any at all at that point, and they just stretched the lead and continued to extend it. They win by 13 in the final margin.
Yeah, and John, I thought the critical point in the game covered about a minute, I guess, but you mentioned 63-61. Bears got it there. Oklahoma makes a couple of buckets, gets it to 67-61, about 5.5 to play.
Right.
And at that point, Cameron Carr got fouled, missed 2 free throws. Oklahoma goes down and scores. Baylor came back, turned it over, live ball turnover. Oklahoma scores on that. And then it was just off to the races for Oklahoma. Bears could never recover from that. If you consider missed free throws as a turnover, and you might as well, that's 2 turnovers in a row. And then the biggest stat of the game, bar none, is points off turnovers. Oklahoma 21-2. Bears could just never recover from that.
So 82-69 the final. Oklahoma runs their record at 21-15 on the year. As we said, the Bears will end it with a 17-17 record for this season. More to come on the First Central Credit Union postgame show. We invite you to stay with us. It's brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. We're also brought to you by Premier ER and Urgent Care, the place to go when you're not sure where to go. Open 24/7 and just a short walk across campus. No appointment necessary, just walk in. Visit premier.care to learn more. 82-69 the final. Sooners win over the Bears. More on the First Central Credit Union postgame show from Las Vegas after this.
Have you been to the new location of Green Eye Associates yet? You'll still receive the same award-winning service and excellent care from Dr. Green and her dedicated optometrists and staff. But now conveniently located in Woodway, right off of Highway 84. Come see the expanded optical showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like IPL treatments for dry eye symptoms and the brand new Sports Vision technology. Green Eye Associates, the official optometrists of Baylor Athletics.
Looking for a fun night out with family or friends? Head to Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark and catch Baylor baseball this season. Single game tickets are on sale now, starting at just $6 for general admission seating. Or stop by the ballpark for $2 Tuesdays, featuring discounted concession items, plus $2 off general admission tickets. Grab your seats now at BaylorBears.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Baylor Ballpark.
Proudly serving Texas since 2007, Magnolia Realty is a full-service brokerage and a trusted neighbor, bridging expert industry knowledge with integrity and kindness. Known for their award-winning agents, Magnolia Realty understands the dynamics of making the real estate journey your own and the importance of trust from contract to close. You can find their local agents here in Waco and across the state, including in Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, and Temple. To get connected and learn more, visit magnoliarealty.com. Here's to home.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is a longtime supporter of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Baylor fans are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and get your own custom Baylor Bear debit card. With 6 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball. Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
82-69, the final score. Oklahoma over Baylor today. We appreciate you being with us today and all season. We wrap things up on the First Central Credit Union postgame show, brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. Pat's got the final stats, all the numbers that add up to 82-69. Pat, share those with us.
Well, Oklahoma shot it really well. There's news for you. They did that the entire game. In fact, they made 8 of their last 10 shots and finished the game at 50% from the floor. They made 8 of 22 threes, and they were really good at the free throw line. 14 of 16, most of those coming late when the Bears were having to foul. Baylor did not shoot it well, just 38% from the floor, 20% beyond the three-point line. They made 15 of 20 free throws, but that poor shooting, I thought, really kept them from having a chance to get, against a team that comes in having won 20 games. Just a lot of things needed to go well. That was one of them. It didn't today. Bears did get 4 different players in double digits, 15 apiece for Isaac Williams and Tunde Yesufu. 5 rebounds for Yesufu as well. 14 double-double, actually, his 4th of the year for Cameron Carr. 14 points, 12 rebounds. And then Dan Skillings had a nice afternoon. 12 points for him in the ball game. 6 and 7 for Caden Powell. Obi Agbam had 5 points. All of those occurred in the first half. And then a bucket for Michael Ratai gets the Bears up to 69. Oklahoma also with 4 different guys in double digits. 21 points for Xavier Brown, who scored just 5 in the second half. Bears did a nice job keeping Nigel Pack under control. He had 15 in the game, but that's well below his average, at least over the last 5 games of the season. And then Tay Davis with 18, Darian Reed with 17. And this is a team that has a lot of weapons, and we saw a good look at all those today. Kai Rogers with 4 points, 4 rebounds, 5 points for a talk in the game, and then a bucket, 5 rebounds for Muhammad Wagi. Biggest stat in the ball game, I think Coach Drew can weigh in on this, but I won't be surprised if he said it's the points off turnovers. Oklahoma with 21 points off of 12 turnovers by the Bears. Baylor with just 2 points off of 8 turnovers by Oklahoma. So if you've got that kind of disparity in a game like this, Bears just don't have that kind of room for error. Oklahoma 36 points in the paint, Baylor with 30. Second chance points favored the Bears, 10-9. It's a big number. Usually gives the Bears an opportunity to win. Bears did out-rebound a bigger, stronger, athletic Oklahoma team, 38-33. That's not easy to do. Did a good job of that in this game. 10 fast break points for Oklahoma, just 7 for the Bears. 8 assists on 24 made buckets for the Bears, and that's part of the problem. Bears were never able to find any chemistry, weren't able to share the ball the way they're accustomed to sharing it. And then 19 assists on 30 made buckets for Oklahoma. Another big difference in this game. Cameron Carr made just 4 of 18 shots, 2 of 11 from the three-point line. Really hard for the Bears to have a chance against a team like Oklahoma when Carr's just not able to shoot the ball down. All of that, John, some good things in there, but ultimately it was, I think, that points off turnover disparity that caused the Bears to lose this one by 82-69. After the Bears got it tied at 48, down 10 at halftime, 48 apiece at the first media timeout of the second half, gave the Bears some hope, maybe some belief, but they just couldn't sustain it when this game got up for grabs with about 6 minutes to play.
Yeah, and with Oklahoma shooting 50% on the day and Baylor just at 38.7% overall, that's too much of a disparity there to match up, and the final score kind of relays that also.
Yeah, just Bears could not get stops. I felt like they were in a position to win with about 6 minutes to play, and then we talked about 2 or 3 key plays in the game that allowed Oklahoma to extend. Bears then had to play catch-up against a team that handles the ball really well. They've got guards that can take the shot clock down and finish with buckets at the end of a shot clock. When you're playing from behind against Oklahoma, it is really hard to be successful.
All right, Scott Drew is coming our way. We'll visit with him as we continue on the First Central Credit Union postgame show. It's brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. 82-69, the final, Oklahoma over Baylor. Coach Drew's postgame comments brought to you by Alliance Bank. Alliance Bank, your Central Texas business bank. Coach, thanks for making the trek up here. We appreciate that. And we were talking about the game. It was within reach with about 5-6 minutes to go, and Sooners just sort of extended things from there.
Well, I thought beginning of the game, we took a couple shots that, your first couple are easy shooter, and I'm talking to Pat. You make your first couple, and they're easy shots, then you get on a heater. And we took some tougher shots early. 2 for 14 was a tough way to start from 3. And they're such a pack-oriented team. They give you threes. So the key is to make sure you get the right ones and get going. And we didn't do that till second half. I thought we had a great run to start, and then just ran out of gas.
Yeah, and for you guys, pretty balanced scoring. Cameron Carr, when he wasn't hitting those shots early, he was contributing in other ways, like rebounding.
Well, I thought, again, everybody wanted to win. Everyone wanted to do whatever they could to help the team win. And I thought when we got that run in the second half, we just could never get over the top. And turnovers have been a booger bear for us all year. And when we turned it over, bad things happened. And we had 8 in the first half. We only had 4 in the second, but points off turnovers, 21-2. That's the ball game right there.
Yeah. Well, and you play a team like that, like Oklahoma, their guards are really good. They can score. They can take the shot clock down. So you got in a position where you had to play a little bit of catch-up. This is a hard team to do it against.
And Porter's always had a great job of controlling the ball. So you're right. You don't want to be down trying to play catch-up against a team like that. You get a lead, that gives that type of team trouble. And, I mean, we out-rebounded them 13-6 on the O boards, but your second chance points are only 10-9. That's not good enough either.
Well, is it too soon to kind of step back and look at the entire season? You finish 17-17 on the year.
Well, I think just leaving the locker room for the guys that for the last time put on a college jersey and thanking them for their contributions, because one thing we all know is the scoreboard's one way to tell a winner, but there's more ways. And I think the way they've represented us this year in the classroom and in the community, they've been fun to coach. They've been very coachable. They made a lot of progress. Really, back half of conference, we were playing really good basketball. And I thought, as a coach, you just want to see the improvement and growth, and we had that. They never, we call it on the rope. We want like tug of war. We want everyone pulling the right direction, and they never got off the rope. They never left their brother, and I think it showed here with most teams not being able to get a full team to come here, and we had a full team, and everybody wanted to play for Baylor and finish out with the championship. And again, OU was the hottest team coming in, and we knew we had to play a good game against them. And you can't go 6 for 30 from 3. 20% is not a recipe to beat a good team.
Yeah. Well, and two, and John and I made this comment several times. I think it goes. It's a credit to the coaching staff that you guys always kept their heads up. You were in a ditch there for a while in league play, but you guys really never had to coach effort. I think that speaks well of the job you guys have done.
And again, well, thanks for saying that, but I think that's a team effort, and I thought the fans this year were outstanding. Wasn't the record and results on the court that we're all used to and want, but you guys showed up, and you cheered them on and cheered us on, and we appreciate that. And we wanted to end on a high note. Got to the Final Four, but didn't get the crown. So anyway, I guess we'll stay with one of 4 teams to win NCAA and NIT, and hopefully love the crown, but hopefully we're not back here for a while.
Right. We talked to Lon Kruger at halftime. We told him and asked him to pass it on. This is a very well-run tournament, isn't it?
No, I mean, tremendous. Like, I mean, as far as execution, professionalism, I mean, it's as good as it gets. Our guys had a great time.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it. Thanks for coming up here, and I want you to know how much we appreciate you and the way you invest in the lives of these guys. And winners, in so many ways. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you, Baylor fans, and we'll get ready for next year, and hopefully have a lot of wins to celebrate together.
All right, Coach. Thanks very much.
Thank you for your support this year.
Coach Scott Drew with us post-game. His post-game comments brought to you by Alliance Bank. Alliance Bank, your Central Texas business bank. Bear season comes to an end, an 82-69 loss to the Oklahoma Sooners here in Las Vegas today. And were you finished with stats? You got any more to add?
No, we're done.
Okay.
Yep, that really 21 to 2 points off turnovers, about all you need to know.
And you pegged it. You said that's what he would look at first, and he did. So too much to overcome there. Cam Carr is up here taking pictures. I don't know if he's coming our way or not, but we'll take a break, maybe visit with him. Certainly wrap things up as we continue on the First Central Credit Union post-game show. It's brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. We're also brought to you by the Greater Waco Chamber of Commerce. The Greater Waco Chamber, whether you're a member business or considering membership, optimize the opportunity to gather and grow your business with us. Go to wacochamber.com/activate to explore the benefits of membership. More to come on the First Central Credit Union postgame show in a moment. Stay with us. Bears fall to Oklahoma. Season comes to an end. 82-69 the final on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hellberg Barbecue is a family-owned business started here in Waco, Texas, and proud to
The
serve
crown.
the local area. They love
Wagyu.
to
Do
do
not
all
get
kinds
crowned.
of events, big and
Wagyu.
small. Serving Baylor and its
Like,
family
there's Cam over
is
there.
one of their
He's
favorite
taking pictures,
things,
talking.
and they even ship barbecue
I think he's doing that on his own.
nationwide.
Yeah, I don't
Check
think
them out.
I
while
was
you're
looking
in
to see
Waco
if
or
Josie
online
said
and support
if
one of
anybody was
Waco's
coming for
local
He'll probably
barbecue
not.
restaurants. Hellberg Barbecue, salt, pepper,
Let's do an
and a
ID
whole
when we
lot
come
of
back,
praise.
too.
Planning a new or used vehicle purchase?
Got no
Drive
idea
the
about an
lane
ID.
with First Central Credit Union's easy online application. It's a
These
winning
games that
season
don't
with
start
First
at the top of the
Central's
hour,
full-court
the
press of quick
timing
local
is all
processing. Your best rate and flexible terms. Apply online. You'll score at www.firstcentralcu.com. We're your team.
Membership and loan policy requirements apply. Member NCUA.
I guess McDermott is still coaching, right?
Yeah. Like, when the season ends, he's done.
Do you
That's
want
what
to earn
John said.
points while cheering on your favorite Baylor teams? Join Baylor Bold Rewards. Track your attendance on the Baylor Sports app across athletic events and earn points towards prizes and experiences. Download the Baylor Sports app or register online
Scott say
today
anything
at
last night about what Coach Tang was
BaylorBoldRewards.com
gonna do? I know
and
he
start
mentioned
earning
Coach
your
Brooks
points
was looking
today.
at something.
Wanted to, but I didn't listen.
Baylor fans, ready to keep it cool this season? Ice and Easy delivers premium ice lightning fast. From tailgates to restaurants, construction sites, concerts, and races, Ice and Easy has you covered. Game day or work day, keep your drinks cold and your spirits bold. Ice and Easy, we deliver, you chill. Proud supporter of the Baylor Bears.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
82-69 the final. Baylor season comes to an end with that final margin to the Oklahoma Sooners today. Bears finish at 17-17 on the season. Welcome back to Las Vegas as we wrap things up on the First Central Credit Union postgame show. And Pat, you know, for this team, ups and downs, and not as many ups certainly as is at par for this team and program under Coach Drew. But somehow it seems appropriate that they finish at 17-17 on the year.
Yeah, I think so. And I want people to understand that it has been from a Baylor standard perspective in terms of what Baylor fans would expect and everybody associated with Baylor basketball would expect. It's been disappointing. But you and I get to see what happens off the floor, and they have never wavered. I mean, they're consistent in terms of how they deal with people, how they treat people, how they treat one another. And in that sense, it's been inspiring. And I think that's why, John, you and I have talked about this, how I never felt like this season was dragging. Right. I never did. Even when this team was in a bit of a dip, if not a ditch, I never felt that way. I thought every game we were ready to play. It was upbeat. It was positive. What they were doing off the floor was inspiring to us. So in that sense, maybe you just redefine winning for this team, and when you redefine it, this team is full of winners. It's a winning program.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very well said. You know, sometimes you think, oh, you're going through this season, and sometimes it is. It's a real drag. But I agree with you. I never felt that way at any point during this season.
I never did, ever. And I really, that thought occurred to me later in the season. It was never down. The interactions we had with the team and their meetings and that kind of thing, always upbeat, always positive. Those kids really did love each other, and maybe the best thing is they represented this school really, really well.
Yeah, very good. Very well said. Let's take our final break, and we'll come back and wrap things up here from Las Vegas in a moment. We'll continue on the First Central Credit Union postgame show, brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. Season comes to an end with an 82-69 loss to the Oklahoma Sooners here in the semifinals of the College Basketball Crown in Las Vegas. And we're back to wrap things up right after this.
Have you been to the new location of Green Eye Associates yet? You'll still receive the same award-winning service and excellent care from Dr. Green and her dedicated optometrists and staff. But now conveniently located in Woodway right off of Highway 84. Come see the expanded optical showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like IPL treatments for dry eye symptoms and the brand new Sports Vision technology. Green Eye Associates, the official optometrist of Baylor Athletics.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is a longtime supporter of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Baylor fans are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and get your own custom Baylor Bear debit card. With 6 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Hey Baylor fans, Baylor softball season is currently underway. Come be a part of the action at Getterman Stadium all season long with single game tickets. With general admission tickets starting at just $8, there's no better way to enjoy elite college softball. And if you're coming with friends or family, group tickets are available for $5 each. Get your Baylor softball single game tickets now at BaylorBears.com/tickets.
At Magnolia Realty, award-winning agents set the bar for professionalism and excellence. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Magnolia's full-service brokerage will guide you through every step of the process with expert industry knowledge. Their agents are fully invested in learning your story and customizing the real estate experience to suit your stage of life. Magnolia Realty has been serving cities across Texas since 2007, including Waco, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, and Temple. To get connected or learn more, visit magnoliarealty.com.
You're listening to Baylor Men's Basketball on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And back with us as we wrap things up on the First Central Credit Union postgame show, brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. 82-69, the final. Bears fall to Oklahoma, and it ends the season here in the semifinals of the College Basketball Crown in Las Vegas. Otherwise, today, Baylor baseball is on for 4 p.m., so stay tuned for that. Coming up in about half an hour, the warm-up show from Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. Game 3, the rubber match in the series, Baylor and BYU this weekend. And likewise, Baylor softball is on for 5 o'clock this afternoon at Getterman Stadium. The rubber match in the 3-game series, Baylor and Houston. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Back in 10 seconds on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
Bear season comes to an end Big 12-wise. West Virginia is about to tip off against Creighton. West Virginia looking to extend their season and get to a championship game tomorrow against the Oklahoma Sooners. Of course, there is another tournament going on. Happens to be the Final Four in Indianapolis. And Arizona is there representing the Big 12. The Big 12 regular season and tournament champs. And I didn't do a bracket this year. Didn't have the interest to do that, but I would have picked Arizona all the way. So great game for them coming up against Michigan. We pull for our Big 12 brethren in the Arizona Wildcats today.
And I'll tell you, having seen Arizona up close and personal, if there's a better team in the country than Arizona, they ought to win it all. But it's a wonderful thing. And, John, we're looking at it from a distance this year. Having experienced that, there's really nothing better. And I'm like you. I'm really glad we've got a team from the Big 12 who has a great chance, I think, to win the whole thing.
Yeah, very much so. So good luck to those Big 12 schools. Baylor's season comes to an end. Let me say how much we appreciate you and your tuning in, whether it's over the air, whether it's our courtside cam every game. Thanks to our flagship station. They do so much work that folks don't realize unless it doesn't happen. But it's Van Goodall at the controls today. It was Aaron Sexton to start the game. Thanks to Ward Whites there at our flagship station. Also, Gary Moss. We appreciate them greatly. And, Pat, I appreciate you. I mean, that goes without saying, I think. Yeah. But this season comes to an end. Your 45th season on the broadcast. And there are better days ahead. And it is always a plus and always a positive when we get to spend time around the Baylor basketball program.
There's no doubt, John, and I think, too, you and I sit up here, we're kind of doing our own thing. We're off, today we're up in the mezzanine level. But in thinking about that, you mentioned all the folks that help get the broadcast on the air. We're doing this not for people, we're doing this with people. We really are. And I mean the entire Baylor Nation, the folks that tune in during the game, before, after, whatever it is. That's our view of it. And so we're doing all of this together, and we got through a season that was not what most people expected it would be, but we're in it together. As Coach Drew said, we're going to get better. We're going to get this thing figured out, and next year I'm already looking forward to.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Now they go into portal season. The portal opens, I think, the day after the national championship game on Monday, and it'll be fun to see how they work and construct and reconstruct this roster for next season. Season always comes to an end too early unless you win the national championship. And that's not happening this year, but the season has come to a close. So thank you. I appreciate you.
No, right back at you, John. This is it's a labor of love for us, right? It's just what we do.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm honored.
A lot of fun. Thanks to Josie Hutton behind the scenes, Baylor Athletic Communications. Thanks to David Kay. He's the sport administrator, and really so many others. Everybody. Ty Beard is the director of operations. He takes care of us like we're a part of the team. And again, that is scratching the surface. There are so many others we should say thanks to. We're going to wrap up. Creighton and West Virginia is underway here. Remember, baseball on the air in about a half an hour with the warm-up show, and softball comes up at 5 o'clock today, 4:45 for the warm-up show there for Baylor softball. Thanks for being with us as we wrap things up on the First Central Credit Union postgame show, final time this season. Bears fall to the Oklahoma Sooners, 82-69 in the college basketball crown. So long from Las Vegas.